Have you noticed bad behavior has become normalized at interscholastic athletic events? Some fans seem angry. They lack civility toward one another. Some even get aggressive and unruly. Time out! What is going on? This has to stop. Let's not forget, school sports aren't just about winning. And they're definitely not an excuse to take your frustrations out on the official or the opponent. They're about teaching lessons like perseverance, respect, and empathy, so students can learn and grow as people, not just as players. We all have a role to play in setting a good example for our students and teaching them these important values. So fans, it's time to step up your game and behave positively at interscholastic athletic events in Idaho.
This message presented by the IHSAA and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
Idaho's 529 can be used at any in-state or out-of-state 2- or 4-year college or university. Can be used at a trade school for an apprenticeship.
Whatever it is that your kid is interested in, that's available for them to use the fund.
I really like the flexibility. It gives Wild the opportunity to pursue a whole array of training.
So whatever your child's passion is, you can support that.
To learn more, go to idsaves.org.
So, what's next? Your path doesn't have to look like theirs. You can do this, or this, or this. Check out in-demand jobs in Idaho and get up to $8,000 to find your thing.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
May I offer you one of our finest selections? Delicious, rich in protein, and locally produced right here in Idaho. Excellent choice, sir.
Satisfied viewing customer, aisle 10.
Dad's home.
I'm home.
Did you get the good stuff?
He's bringing it up. He's going in. He scored!
It's that time again. Time to get the health insurance you need for next year. Open enrollment is the time for you to enroll in, renew, or change your coverage. At Your Health Idaho, you can save money with a tax credit on the plan that's best for you and your family. Don't wait. Open enrollment ends December 15th. More coverage, less cost. Only at yourhealthidaho.org. Enroll by December 15th.
Welcome in on this IdahoSports.com GameStream production of the 2025 4A state playoffs. Coverage on IdahoSports.com is presented by Project Filter, Valley-Wide Cooperative, Next Steps Idaho, Idaho College Savings Program, and the Office of Highway Safety. Hi, everyone, and welcome in. My name is Leif Morrison. I am joined by Wyatt Helm. Tonight, we come to you live from American Falls, where the Bonneville Badgers will take on the American Falls Beavers. We got a good matchup tonight. Wyatt, first we're going to hear from some of our sponsors that help make this game stream possible.
It's good to be here, Leif. First, the Kootenai tribe and the Kootenai River Inn Casino and Spa would like to congratulate the Bonners Ferry Badgers on a great season. As Bonners Ferry's top hotel, they are your next getaway destination with gorgeous rooms both in the lodge and overlooking the river. Visit KootenaiRiverInn.com to learn more today. Sturgeon Station in Bonners Ferry is open 24/7 with everything you need when you are on the road. Fill up your tank, grab a bite from their attached Sonic. Need a rest? With clean restrooms and shower and a laundry room, you'll want to come on into Sturgeon Station right on Highway 95. Dr. Burt Veterinarian Care in Bonners Ferry offers complete and compassionate care for all creatures, big or small. Call 208-274-5550 or visit them at 35 Automation Lane at Dr. Burt Veterinarian Care. They love all animals, but badgers are their favorite. For custom apparel in Bonners Ferry, get creative with Vinyl Expressions. From custom vinyl prints and transfers to embroidery on all your apparel, Vinyl Expressions does it all. Find them online at bfvinylexpressions.com. Go Badgers. Craving a cherry limeade or a classic Sonic cheeseburger? Sonic Drive-In in the Sturgeon Station is dishing up all your favorites, including a breakfast all day. Swing by Sonic on Highway 95 in Bonners Ferry for the ultimate drive-in experience. Pro X Home Center in Bonners Ferry has you covered from every project on your to-do list, from paint and lumber to power tools and plumbing. Pro X Home Center has everything you need to get the job done. Pro X Home Center, your local hardware store on Highway 95. Titan Machinery is your source for new and used tractors, combines, balers, excavators, loaders, backhoes, and wheel loaders. Their 5 Idaho locations serve the agriculture, construction, and landscaping industries in eastern Idaho. Titan Machinery backs their equipment with the world-class service, parts, and financial solutions. Find out more at titanmachinery.com. The Bank of Commerce is a proud supporter of all area schools with 17 locations across Idaho and southwest Montana. For local decisions and exceptional service, make the Bank of Commerce your bank of lifetime. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Well, Wyatt, we got a good matchup today by two really good teams. The Badgers from northern Idaho traveled to Pocatello and stayed there last night, so they're kind of on a 2-day vacation, stayed in a hotel, and they're ready to face a really good American Falls team. I think it's going to be a big ground attack. Both teams really, really good running backs, some all-state caliber running backs here. But what do you think the key to the game for some of these guys are?
Yeah, with both teams really having that kind of ground and pound mentality, trying to get off of play action, it's really going to come down to the running game. Number 8, Keenan Moss for Bonners Ferry has had a historic season, leading the state all classifications, not just 4A, the entire state, 1,500 yards, a bunch of touchdowns, I think he had multiple games with 200 plus, 300 plus yards, but he's also a workhorse. He's going to get a lot of carries. So expect to hear his name quite a bit. On the other side, you're going to have a quarterback, running back duo with Brian Lopez and Zach Grigg. Both pretty similar players, a little bit maybe undersized, but shifty, really dynamic. They like to get into the option, give, go, kind of quarterback counter. So it's going to be interesting. I think the D lines for both sides, the linebacking core, the front 7 is really going to be an important thing for the team that wins.
Yeah, both teams coming in averaging well over 300 yards a game, with American Falls averaging 311 yards a game and a ton on the ground, 221 on the ground. You talked about Zach Grigg and Brian Lopez, both seniors, number 6 and number 2. Grigg, 100 carries on the year, 932 yards, 16 touchdowns, and Lopez will not be denied either, 747 yards on 111 carries and 6 touchdowns. On Bonners Ferry, they passed the ball just a little bit, 739 total passing yards this year, 11 touchdowns in the air, only 2 interceptions, and that's by Stoley. Rushing-wise, they run the ball. 2,413 total yards. They're averaging 268 yards a game with 29 touchdowns on the ground, and that's led by number 8, Mass. He's a senior, 182 carries, 1,573 yards, almost 200 yards a game, 19 touchdowns. While you were talking about him earlier, an all-state caliber guy last year. This year, he's all but a lock, possibly a player of the year guy. Putting up numbers like that is absolutely insane.
Yeah, it's going to be really an enjoy to watch him. I think going back to the defensive side, the 2 leading tacklers are both going to be linebackers. So number 2, Conrad Hyatt for Bonners Ferry, 70 tackles on the season. Then you look to the other side, you have a lineman / linebacker, 52, Ty Smith. Ty Smith with 97 tackles. That's you're involved in basically every play. You're whether you're assisting that tackle or forcing someone else to get that tackle, you're involved in that play. So those 2 linebackers on each side, really important to make sure that they stay free from offensive linemen, be able to come up and get them, and they're going to be looking to make their name.
Yeah, talking to both coaches before the game, both of them really emphasized the key to the game tonight was going to be, one, on the offensive and defensive line. Some really big bodies on both sides. We don't have a lot of height and weight on our rosters, but just looking down, there is some sizable humans on both sides of the ball, and these guys like to run the rock. So it'll really be, one, on the offensive line of the scrimmage, the defensive line of scrimmage. It'll be really fun to see what the defense is able to kind of scheme up here.
Yeah, and just looking at some of the games that they've had, American Falls is averaging 30 points a game. Defense is only giving up 11. They've had a few tough games. They've lost to Snake River in an important game, but they ended up with the higher seed, and part of that's their strength of schedule.
Yeah, they got second in their conference this year. Snake River obviously has been winning conference the last few years, but what Coach Hop has been doing with American Falls the last 4 seasons has been remarkable, really. I mean, he's won more games the past 4 years than they have the past 8 years total as a program. So the first year he took over, 2022, they went 0-8, and since then 6-5, lost in the quarters to Weiser, and then this year they are 7-3. As you get the kick underway, and he's going to take it on a one hop on the far side and just absolutely swallowed up. On the far side of the field, we have Bonners Ferry in white, and the Beavers are in black. So the Beavers will take their first possession at the 23-yard line. Getting ready to see what we can do here. I'm betting it's going to be a handoff.
Yeah, I'm going to, again, we're going to get a heavy dose of the quarterback, Zach Grigg and Brian Lopez. It's going to be one of the two of them, a lot of pitch, a lot of option, reading the defense, always trying to make them wrong.
Yeah, Zach Grigg, an absolute stud like we talked about. He's the #1 rusher on their team, which is something you don't really see from a quarterback, but they line up in that double tight, heavy package. Not going to be a lot happening outside the hashes this game. High snap, handoff up the middle, brought down by a handful of Badgers for no gain.
Yeah, the American Falls likes to start games in that position. They'll bring in a couple more linemen and get into some heavier sets, and then they'll look and see how they line up, and they will pass out of those sets though. They have a couple eligible numbers and look to get maybe a mesh route, a crossing route out of that.
Yeah, that's what makes it tough. These teams that are so double tight and so compact, they'll kind of lull you to sleep with dives up the middle, and then you won't see a tight end or a running back coming out of the backfield. So here we go on second down, 2nd and 9. A little shifting action here. Ball snap, quarterback keeper up the middle. The Badger defense just not allowing anything here.
Yeah, really good job there by Abubakari, Zero, their DN. He's a big guy. He's one of the guys we do have height and weight on, 6'7", 250. Definitely a force to be reckoned with.
That was a carry by #6, Zach Grigg. We're going to be calling his name a lot tonight. Short gain of just 2 as it brings up 3rd and 7. Spread package. Grid steps back, goes deep, ball looks good. Great defensive play by number 18, and that's Giovanni Ferrani, the senior defensive back for Bonners Ferry. Almost comes away with an interception there on the short thrown ball.
Yeah, they get 3 receivers to the far side, isolating number 10, Sawyer Bolgan. He's their deep threat. They definitely like to send him. They like to isolate him, put him on the far side, and see if he can beat a one-on-one matchup.
Well, the first series didn't go as planned for the Beavers as they get a long punt. Great bounce. That ball is going to dribble itself all the way down to the 23-yard line. Great punt by Murillo. As now we see what Bonners Ferry can do with the great defensive stop. And if you're Bonners Ferry, you got to be real happy about only giving up 3 yards on that first drive.
Yeah, certainly. It's a way. I mean, you have the longer drive. You have the much farther trip. You want to come out, get things rolling quick. You know, you don't want to come up, show up, and be asleep. I think them probably staying in the night in Pocatello was a good idea. Allowed themselves to kind of, you know, be here and not have to worry about a big long bus ride day of.
Yeah, I talked to some of the coaches. They said it was a long day today for them, but they toured ISU, did a lot of fun stuff in Pocatello, and kind of just took it easy today and preparing for this big playoff matchup tonight. Up the middle and just eaten up. That looks like running back Keenan Mass with the 1-yard carry, brought down by a whole slew of Beavers.
Yeah, they got a couple big bodies in there. Number 72, Fred Murillo, was in there, 5'9", 235. Also in there, Zach Resendez, 5'10", 185.
Yeah, we're going to be calling Mass's name a lot tonight, the leading rusher for the Badgers, as he's in the backfield in the I formation here. Stoley takes the snap, another handoff to Mass, and just eaten up by the defense, and that's a tackle by number 52, Ty Smith, the linebacker, 5'11", 240, the senior for the Beavers, in a short gain, and that brings up 3rd down and 8.
Yeah, and I'm going to shout out Jagger Leslie on that DN number 8 on this side. Did a really good job forcing the edge. Got to the outside, didn't allow Moss to get outside of him, forced him back inside where Smith was able to get him.
And that's going to be a big key to the game here. They don't want these big, speedy backs getting any sort of space where they're dangerous on their legs. One receiver to the far side, double tight inside. Stoley under center. Oh, looks like we're going to have a false start on the far side tackle. Looks like he was getting ready to pull just a little bit too early. Can't do that. And if you're a team like Bonner's Ferry, where you're only gaining, 3 yards, 4 yards a carry, it's tough when you get pushed back behind the sticks. It's going to be 3rd and about 13 here.
Yeah, definitely kind of mirroring each other on their opening possessions. A couple of runs inside, doing what they want, right? Getting the ball to the players that they want, but defensively, really shored up, really understanding what the other team wants to do. Really good job of that.
Yeah, I think it's going to be kind of a game of that all night long. It's going to be a lot of stops by the defense, and eventually somebody will break a big one. But defense is going to be key for both teams tonight, as the big defensive linemen are playing really strong for the Beavers.
Yeah, look down here at the bottom. Abubakari soloed up.
First pass of the night, drops back, little crossing pattern. All day to throw back there. Hits Abubakari, catches it, but drops it. And we got a flag in the backfield. Looks like it's going to be a face mask or holding on the offense. Not what we wanted to see. I imagine that penalty would be declined and bring up 4th down.
Yeah, those face mask holding, depending on where the ref holds it, it's always it can look like each other. But all day to throw there, just not really many routes going very deep. They didn't have a safety back, American Falls, but all those routes stayed well below the stick, so there wasn't any pressure pushing anybody backwards, so there was just a lot of traffic.
Yeah, he really did have a long time back there, but receivers just couldn't get open. So we're going to see our first punt of the night for the Badgers, and the punter is Stoley. Stoley's back. Oh, slips off his foot. Not a wonderful punt, as the Beavers are going to get the ball. It looks like at the 38. Great field position. About as great of an opportunity that you could expect there for the Beavers.
Yeah, that punt definitely came off his foot. Wasn't rushed or anything like that, just really came off that right side.
And both teams kind of showing a little bit of nerves this first round of the playoffs. Both teams made it to the playoffs last year. And we'll see who can continue on this first round. 4A a little bit interesting. The first 4 teams are already seeded and waiting. This first round is this weekend. Whoever wins, they reseed everybody. So no one really knows who they're playing next week, at least the teams that are in wait.
And American Falls will do this. They'll have a double sidecar, each side of the running of the quarterback. Look for an option.
And there it is. That's Grigg with the long run. Man, he is good on his feet, in and out, weaving, and it's going to be a touchdown. And that's a 36-yard scramble by Grigg.
What a great job by Greg. You know, he rode that first little bit with the dive, kept the ball, went out, faked the pitch to the outside. 2 defenders went with him, snuck inside, and he did a really good job with his cutbacks. Cut inside, get back outside. You got to get where the defenders are.
And that's something that they wanted to do. They brought the 2 receivers out to the far side to give him a little bit of space on that triple option. Good keep, good moves, good touchdown. The kick is up, and it is a laser good. 7-0. 7:43 left in the first quarter. And the Beavers from American Falls make them pay on the botched punt.
Yeah, I think a lot of that in playoff football, you got to take advantage of situations when they're there in front of you. You got to be able to get those plays.
Hungry for some real home cooking? 3 Mile Corner Store and Cafe is always serving up delicious food at great prices. From breakfast to dinner, they have you covered for gas, groceries, and more. 3 Mile Corner Store Cafe, a local favorite just outside Bonners Ferry. Looking for a good used vehicle? Call Coach Hawks at 208-290-1882, and he'll take great care of you at the Riverside Auto, a proud supporter of Badger Athletics since 1972. Whether you're craving a burrito, enchilada, nachos, or even a steak, let the team at Mi Pueblo Mexican Restaurant do the cooking for you, and you won't regret it. Drop by their location at 7168 Main Street in Bonners Ferry for the best Mexican food in town. American Falls getting ready for the kick here, and it's an absolute boot. Oh, just barely dribbles into the end zone. And the Badgers will pick that ball up at the 20 for their second possession, hoping they can get a little bit more yardage. They ended up with negative yards on that drive after the penalty.
Yeah, that first play, Moss on the inside. Second play, a toss to him, but he was forced back inside quickly. I think they're looking to try to get Moss on the edge, whether it's he runs up the middle but then is able to cut out, has athleticism. Again, at any point he can break it, just like we were talking about with Greg. He's one of those players that really at any point is liable to score a touchdown.
Yeah, he's had 2 carries so far for only 2 yards as the Beavers are holding him kind of what they want to do, try to keep him contained, but he is absolutely dangerous. Stolly is under center. Takes the ball, handoff on the outside, brought down in the backfield, and that looks like number 38. 28. Thorne Rose, the linebacker, 6 foot 195, only a sophomore.
Yeah, jumped out in the wishbone formation there. Used Moss as a distraction coming to the near side. Went to the far side, was not deterred on that far side from the DN.
Yeah, and that was number 2, Conrad Hyatt, that got the ball, 5'10", 195 senior. And that's a loss of about 2. Hand off to Mass again. It's going to be third down, only gaining 1 yard. So Mass, 3 carries, 3 yards. Not exactly what the Badgers are looking for in this opening playoff round.
Yeah, you'll look and see, though, number 6, their quarterback, Zach Grigg, is sitting here at safety. The corners are pressed up, and he's playing well under 10 yards. There's a lot of room behind the defense if they're able to get somebody vertical.
Yeah, Grigg actually leads the state in interceptions this year with 5, and he has 2 that are returned for touchdowns, so he's dangerous in the backfield. That's a boot out to the right. The long ball, just as you called it, Wyatt, overthrows his receiver, and he had him there. That was Abudakare. Just overthrew him by just a little bit, and that is a big target at 6'7", 250, and he moves like a D1 tight end.
Yeah, Gavin Admonson, he's at 5'11", 155, so definitely a size advantage there. He just needed to keep running. The quarterback led him over the top. Just got to keep running under that ball.
And the Badgers come up empty-handed again, and it's going to be another 3 and out, 0 yards total gained. And there's the punt they were looking for. Boots the ball. We got a fair catch at the 45-yard line by Grigg.
Yeah, Yeah, we got the Grigg show here going on right now. Returning punts. This is the epitome of Idaho lower division football. Just these kids out here don't come off the field.
Yeah, you love to see it playing both sides of the ball. I mean, on Saturdays, these guys are sore, can barely get out of bed. I remember, I grew up in Glens Ferry. It was kind of the same way. You're a Melba kid. When you were on the field, you were playing from 7 till 8:30 when that last whistle blew.
Yeah, I never understood the tap in the helmet. Like, what do you mean you're going to come out?
Yeah, I'm not coming out. 7-0, Beavers ahead, 6:10 left in the first quarter as we got two receivers to the left. It's a handoff up the middle, breaking free. That's Lopez on the far sideline, brought down, pushed out of bounds at the 30. And a 25-yard gain by Lopez. And the Beavers starting to move the ball on the ground. Their last two carries, one for 36 and a touchdown, the last one for 25. They're spreading them out a little bit and seeing what they can do on the inside.
Yeah, same formation that they scored the touchdown on before, just gave the dive that time. Everyone started going with the quarterback, gave the dive, cut to the backside.
We got doubles on each side. A receiver deep to the left, right near the sideline. Motion coming. Fake handoff up the middle. And nothing going by Grigg there. They tried a little bit of misdirection. But that's going to be a loss of 1.
Yeah, much better job by the Badgers defense there. I mean, if that fly sweep is coming across and you're an inside D lineman or inside linebacker, you're not going to get the tackle on the outside. Stay disciplined, keep your job. Again, when they get into the option football, everyone has an assignment. I'm sure the coaches have been over it 1,000 times this week in practice. So keep your assignment. Everyone does their job. There's no option for them.
Yeah, that's what they want you to do with that motion is kind of mess up the DN so he doesn't stay inside. But he stayed home right there, and that's a loss of 1 for Grigg. Same formation here, same motion. Jet sweep across. Grigg back for the pass, has a wide open receiver. Oh, what a catch, and it's a touchdown. Grigg to number 7. What a pass, wide open.
I think that was number 5, Kalen Hernandez.
Number 5, Hernandez.
Yeah, did a really good job, ran that corner route, had one step inside, one step outside, forced that safety to kind of bite on the inside route, went right outside.
The kick is up, and it is no good, just to the left. 13-0. The Beavers on top with 4:49 left in the first quarter. The game's had a lot of action so far.
Beck's Furniture in Bonners Ferry is home to world-class customer service and the best value in home furnishing. Rich and Sherry Beck value customer satisfaction above all else and believe in a low-pressure sales approach. Stop in and see what everyone's talking about at 644-3 McCall Street. For over 20 years, the family-owned Badger's Den has been serving up famous omelets, hearty breakfasts, and fresh coffee daily. Whether you are looking for a mouth-watering breakfast or in a satisfying lunch, they are your go-to spot in Bonners Ferry. Go Badgers.
Fred Murillo lined up to kick for American Falls, the senior.
Always love seeing offensive linemen, defensive linemen as the kickers. They're like, hey, who has the strongest leg? And it's not a kicking leg. He just has the strongest leg.
He absolutely destroys the football because it's up, a line drive, and that ball's going to bounce into the end zone. So Bonners Ferry take the ball at the 20. Haven't had much luck anywhere, really. I mean, they are net positive 1 yard on the night. Moss has 3 yards, and then Hyatt with negative 2 yards, 2 passing attempts, 0 completions. Not really how the Badgers wanted to start out the first quarter.
Yeah, I think it's going to be important. Again, just try to get your athletes in space, whether it's getting them on the edge a little bit, trying to get away from Smith on the inside. He is such a formidable tackler. I mean, he's going to be involved in every tackle, probably even if you go away from his side. But if you get outside, not allow him to just shoot up the middle and force something up.
Stoley in the shotgun, sidecar to the left and the right. Ball comes in, that's a handoff on the left side in the B gap. And still nothing there. That's going to be their largest gain of the night, 3 yards. But the Beaver defense just taking care of business tonight.
Just a really good job by the D-line. Most of those tackles are being made by the D-line. They're not getting pushed back. Sometimes some of these formations, they're just the guys trying to open up a gap. Hey, get blocked by 2 guys so our linebacker can come and make the tackle. Instead, they're like, I'm going to make the tackle.
Stolly under center. Handoff. Oh, absolutely smoked on the right side. Gain of 1.
That's number 22, Zach Resendez, coming up and really putting a pound on Keenan Moss.
Moss now 5 carries on the night for 6 yards as it brings up 3rd and 6. And that Beavers defense super stout inside. You wonder if the Badgers might want to, try a toss or a quick sweep, try to do something to get away from those bigs in the middle.
Yeah, I think if we can get Stoley on the outside a little bit, let him roll, get a receiver running across.
Stoley back to pass, has a receiver open. Oh, and just in and out of the hands of number 1, Cooper Higgins. And that's going to bring up 4th down for the Badgers.
Yeah, a good job. Again, they rolled out to that side. He settled his feet, delivered a good ball, but the Beavers were right on it.
And Stoley tonight 0 for 3. He's back to punt, 4th and 6. Decent punt, high punt. Takes an American Falls bounce, and they're going to pick that up at the 48-yard line. It is 13-0, 3:12 less in the first quarter. The Beavers on top of the Badgers.
Yeah, and if you're Bonners Ferry, you're trying to get out of this field position game right now. All this game is being played on the Beavers, on your side of the 50. So if you're able to get a stop, force even a 4 and out, most of the time teams in this situation, they're going to go for it at this point. So get a 4 and out, then you start on the offensive side, and you're in a little bit better position. You can be a little more aggressive with your play calling.
We'll see what the Beavers can dial up here. Receiver in motion, up the middle, hit hard. Lopez with the gain of 1.
Yeah, Hyatt there on the tackle, outside linebacker, came up, got a good stick.
Again, 13-0, 2:45 left in the first quarter. As Grigg in the shotgun, running back to his left, to his right, motion, goes on the triple option, good fake, cuts up the middle, and that's going to be a gain of 2.
Yeah, similar to his touchdown run right there, that same play. Just, again, he's forcing them to come outside. Both the D end and the outside linebacker went with the pitch. He kept it, went inside. Fortunately for the Badgers, the middle linebacker stayed. If you're the D end on that side, you got to stay with the quarterback. Stay disciplined, stay in positional football. One has pitch, one has quarterback. When you got 2 going to the same spot, you're probably wrong.
Yeah, and that's tough with such dynamic people as Griggs and Lopez in the backfield. Either one of them could take the ball for a touchdown every single time it's in their hands. Lopez in the shotgun, trips to the right, single receiver to the left, quads right, all alone back there, and we're going to get a timeout by Bonners Ferry. They did not like what they were seeing with the quads look. While we're in a timeout, we're going to hear from some of our sponsors. Need an adjustment? Stop into Higher Chiropractic in Bonners Ferry to get back in the game. They also offer treatments in neuropathy, decompression, and pelvic floor, with a full list of services available by visiting HigherChiropractic.com or by following them on Facebook. Located in the heart of Bonners Ferry, the independent professionals at Northern Beauty Bar proudly offer a comprehensive range of beauty services designed to meet the needs of every client. Their mission is to empower individuals by enhancing their natural beauty and helping them feel confident, radiant, and their absolute best. Go Badgers from Northern Beauty Bar. Kane Mobile Automotive Repair is a fully mobile automotive repair company established to take the hassle out of taking your vehicle into the shop for maintenance repairs. From starters to alternators and brakes to steering, they fix it all. The next time your car needs a little TLC, reach out to Cohen Mobile Automotive Repair at 208-627-9115 to get back in the road in no time. Proudly serving Bonners Ferry and Sandpoint. As we're back to the action here. Same formation, quads right. Grigg is all alone back there. Grigg goes to the right. Good pass and good catch, maybe. The Badgers are saying no. The officials are saying also no, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, really good job there. It looked like the receiver caught it, and then it was ripped out of his hands by number 8, Keenan Moss. Playing both sides of the ball. Really good job sticking with it. Not just settling for that guy to catch the ball, ripping it out of his hands even after it's there.
Yeah, it's a tough play. He had the ball caught, and he was just able to rip it away.
4th down here for the Badgers, and again we get back to for the Beavers. Badgers looking to get the ball again, play the field position game. This is a big play.
Yeah, you got to be expecting a pass here as we got receivers, 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. As Grigg in the shotgun. In motion, they try to get him hop off sides. Doesn't work. The Beavers are going to take a timeout there. That's the old freeze play. Generally that works, but the Badgers too disciplined on the defensive side of the ball.
Interesting to see. I'm curious to see if the Badgers stay in that 5 front. They sit in that 5-man front. It allows a lot of space in the backfield, so you see when they run those posts or those corner routes, it's one-on-one coverage out there.
Located just off US 95 on the south end of Bonners Ferry, Two Brews Coffee has something for everyone. Their creative menu offers energy drinks, fresh fruit smoothies, Doma coffee, baked goods, and both breakfast and lunch options for the whole family to enjoy. Don't just take our word for it. Head on in and treat yourself at Two Brews Coffee. At Columbia Bank, they're committed to empowering businesses and families as they pursue their ambitions. With a team of dedicated professionals and comprehensive suite of financial solutions, they offer specialized expertise and personalized support tailored to meet the needs of clients at every stage. The crew at Columbia Bank in Bonners Ferry wishes the Badgers good luck in the playoffs. As we're going to see a punt here by the Beavers. Good snap. Good punt. Oh, it's going to be fielded short, taking up the lane. And we got some room. Takes it on the left side. And that's number 8, Keenan Moss, all over the place. Breaks up the pass, gets the punt return. Great return for the Beavers. And they're going to get the ball at the 46-yard line.
And he wasn't the punt returner. He was out here covering one of the guys going down to cover the kick. He just turned around, caught that ball, definitely took him by surprise. The Beavers did a really good job slow playing that punt so they could try to pin him deep, and he did a great job. I mean, that is spectacular for Bonners Ferry. The whole playbook is open now.
Yeah, that's something that as a coach, you tell your athlete if the ball's coming to you and you're not supposed to receive it, to not catch it. But Moss takes the ball. He does what he does and gets a good gain here. We'll see what Stoley can do under the shotgun here. Oh, he falls down. That's Moss on the left side. And that's going to be a loss of 1 for him. Looked like he had a little bit of room to the left, but just couldn't get his feet back from under him.
It looked like even maybe him and Stoley got their feet mixed up. Looked back and kind of was like, hey, what happened there?
So the Badgers are going to be behind the sticks here. It's going to be 2nd and 12.
Wildcat here.
2 receivers on each side. Hyatt in motion. That's going to be a false start on the offense.
Yeah, Sander went to snap the ball, but just didn't finish it through. He snapped the ball, kept it between his legs.
And that almost looked like they were trying to draw the Beavers off sides there, putting a guy in the backfield in motion. Sometimes tricks the defense, and they think, oh, play's coming. And then when they clap or try to hike the ball, they'll jump across the line. But the Beavers, very disciplined on defense, didn't happen.
it's always a little bit hard when someone new comes in at quarterback and their cadence is always going to be a little bit different, even if the words are the same. The cadence, the speed, the way they say the word, how quick they say the word is always going to be different.
Yeah, especially as a center, you're working with the same guy all season long, so anything different could kind of throw you for a loop a little bit. So Moss on second down, or Stolly on second down. The option to the right, pitch to Moss. Moss has got the edge. Great blocking, runs a player over. That's a great block on the near side by number 4, Riston Allred, who really made that big play happen to get him back in kind of positive territory there.
Yeah, Badgers trying to give the Beavers a little bit of their own medicine with a speed option coming this way. Moss playing quarterback, pitching it out to Hyatt to see if, and that was by far their most yards they've gotten on a play.
Go back at the top.
Sturgeon Station in Bonners Ferry is open 24/7 with everything you need while you are on the road. Fill up your tank and grab a bite from their attached Sonic. Need a rest? With clean restrooms, showers, and laundry room, you'll want to come on into Sturgeon Station right on Highway 95. Dr. Burt Veterinarian Care in Bonners Ferry offers complete and compassionate care for all creatures, big or small. Call 208-274-5550 or visit them at 35 Automation Lane at Dr. Burt's Veterinarian Care. They love all animals, but badgers are their favorite. For custom apparel in Bonners Ferry, get creative with Vinyl Expressions. From custom vinyl prints and transfers to embroidery on all your apparel, Vinyl Expressions does it all. Find them at bfvinylexpressions.com. Go Badgers. Craving a cherry limeade or a Sonic cheeseburger? Sonic Drive-In, the Sturgeon Station is dishing up your favorites, including breakfast all day. Swing in by Sonic on Highway 95 in Bonners Ferry for the ultimate drive-in experience.
We'll start the second quarter here, 13-0. It's been all Beavers so far. The Badgers finally on their side of the field as we're going to see what they can do here and see if Stolly can kind of mix something up and make something happen for the Badgers. We got trips to the left, Hyatt in motion, empty backfield. That's going to be a first down, the first down the Badgers have had all night long.
Yeah, and when Keenan Moss got that and the running back motioned out, there was no doubt he was going to keep it. Basically a quarterback draw, quarterback power right up the middle. Again, getting your athlete the ball, that's what they're going to do. He's going to get the ball a lot tonight, and that's because he's their best player.
Yeah, Moss, the man. He's doing pretty good about, that's another 8-yard carry. He's had back-to-back 8-yard carries here. Stoley back in the gun. Moss behind him in the pistol formation. Trips left. Moss motion to the left, fake pass to the right, breaks a tackle, up the middle. And that's going to be a 13-yard gain by the quarterback, Stolly.
That's another advantage to having such a dynamic player, is using him as a distraction. Having trips to this side forces so many more of those Beavers to come to this side. Motioning Moss, more bodies move, and he just kept it, went right up the middle on the other side, and wasn't many bodies over there.
Yeah, that's Stoley's first carry of the game. He's actually only carried the ball 28 times this season, 53 yards and 2 touchdowns. So not somebody who runs the ball a lot, but definitely effective if he has to be. Trips left. Stoley takes the ball. Another quarterback keeper up the middle. And he breaks free the pile, dragging everyone. And another 11-yard gain for Stoley.
And that was Moss there in the backfield, actually. That was, again, Stoley went out there to be receiver. He just, wildcat formation, went right up the middle. 8 and 9 definitely look a lot, very similar.
They definitely fooled me on that one. I thought that was Stoley, but Moss making his name known here. And this is the running back that everybody in the state knows about, these last 3 plays where he's be able to garner 8 yards, 11 yards, and he's in the backfield here. We'll see what the Badgers can do. Trips left. High snap. Taking it out to the left, has a lane, runs one player over, breaking, and that's going to be a touchdown.
So badly needed for the Badgers. Again, there's just a player that's a player making a play. I mean, there was not much out there. He had to juke one defender, juke a second defender, and then run another over just to get in the end zone to get those 5 yards. But really impressive play, really important drive for the Badgers and to get onto that scoreboard and make it a one-possession game.
Yeah, 13-6, 10:15 left in the half. And like you said, Wyatt, there's really nothing you can do when Moss gets the ball. He is just going to score. Relentless effort, ran over 2 or 3 defenders there, spun into the end zone. He was not going to be denied and really carried his Badgers team that whole series to the touchdown.
So interesting play there. American Falls offsides on that PAT. They move the ball half the distance to the goal. Coach puts the offense back into the game. I expect Moss to get the ball here.
And with a score of 13-6, if they don't get this here, that's okay. They can score again, kick a field goal, and still have a tied game. Oh, they are going to kick a field goal. Oh. That's number 45, Aaron Tadlock. The junior up and good. 13-7. Great drive by the Beavers as Moss punches it in from 10 yards out. Let's talk about some of our power boosters from American Falls. The Roof Resource Titan Machinery is your source for new and used tractors, combines, balers, excavators, loaders, backhoes, and wheel loaders. Their 5 Idaho locations serve the agricultural, construction, and landscaping industries in eastern Idaho. Titan Machinery backs their equipment with world-class service, parts, and financial solutions. Find out more online at titanmachinery.com. For over 40 years, ENR Transportation in American Falls has been the area's most reliable cargo and freight hauling trucking company. They're located at 2363 Sundance Road, or you can give them a call at 208-226-5077. ENR Transportation is a proud supporter of American Falls Athletics and wants to wish the boys good luck in tonight's game. The Bank of Commerce is a proud supporter of all area schools with 17 locations across Idaho and southwest Montana. For local decisions and exceptional service, make the Bank of Commerce your bank of a lifetime. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Another kick on the ground. The Beavers can't get it. It's going to go into the end zone. The Beavers are going to take that at the 20. 13-7, 10-13 left in the second quarter, and we have ourselves a ball game, Wyatt.
Yeah, really good job. Last defensive outing for the Badgers, a little bit more aggressive. I think they came up, didn't sit on their heels a little bit. I think they did a good job just being aggressive, attacking, going at AF. I think, again, both teams kind of playing because they expect run, not with a lot of deep. One high safety look, no high safety look. So, again, the big play opportunity is always going to be there. You can see here, no player deeper than 5 yards for Bonners Ferry.
Yeah, they definitely have stacked the boxes as American Falls has 3 receivers to the right, and it's going to be a pitch to the left as Lopez takes it for 4 yards. Lopez had himself a pretty good night so far, seeing it over 32 yards on just 5 carries.
And I always love plays like that where you run to the weak side. So we got trips to this side. Force the defenders on the backside to be honest. Don't chase backside, right? They always have to worry, hey, maybe that ball's coming here. You can run inside. They're not chasing quite as much.
And you know that's something the coaches in the booth for American Falls are looking at. Are those DBs staying home when the pitch is being sent left? Or is that going to be an opportunity we're going to be able to take advantage of?
Watch option here as they got double sidecar.
Grigg in the backfield takes the snap, fakes right, goes left, up the middle. And the Badgers are giving nothing away. It's a gain of 0 for Grigg.
And that was a counter play, so the guard pulling, coming over to the other side. The D-end on that side, who was unblocked, really did a good job forcing that guard to not kick him out. Stood in the hole. There wasn't a hole because he forced him inside.
Yeah, and again, the defense by the Beavers really, really stout tonight. I know they've given up some points, or by Bonners Ferry, I'm sorry. They've given up 2 points so far, but most of them have been on big chunk plays.
Watch for a corner route.
Doubles on both sides. Grigg takes the snap, handed up the middle. That's Lopez, and it is going to be 4th and 1.
Connor Hyatt did a really good job just screaming coming up from his linebacker position, just forcing him to not get to the line needed. Really good job forcing that. Again, setting up for hopefully good field possession if you're a Badgers fan.
Yeah, interesting here. American Falls probably traditionally throughout the season they would go for this on 4th and short. They are going to go for this on 4th and short. A stout defense. I wonder if they'll try to get him off sides here as Griggs is in the backfield. Shotgun. Big power play to the right. And he's got the first and more.
You could see the Badger coaches on the far side, maybe even the top of the camera, just screaming, pointing to that far side. They were unbalanced there. They had a tackle come over, plus they had 2 fullback / H-back bodies sitting there right in front, really forcing. And the Badgers didn't alternate their D-line over, so they had the advantage number on this side.
Yeah, that's a really fun formation where some big guys get to move into the backfield and act like running backs for a play or two. Well, the Beavers with a fresh set of downs here, and they're in that same formation. They're going to run the same exact play again as Grigg takes the ball to the right. And it's going to be a short gain, maybe of 1. If it worked once, maybe it'll work twice.
Yeah, and Soli Abubakari did a really good job. Again, that's a big body to try to displace at 6'7", 250. You're going to have multiple defenders blocking him. Did a really good job settling his feet, forcing the ball back inside, and then making the tackle himself.
Yeah, and he's been playing on the left side of the defense pretty much the whole night. It doesn't look like he's switching strong side, weak side. So that'd be something interesting to see if American Falls starts running away from him a little bit, because he has been a problem. Same formation by the Beavers. We'll see if we can, maybe it's a counter or something to play off of that here. Grigg in the backfield. It's going to be a pass. Hunt down for the backside, just a little bit short. And that was a pass to number 8, Jagger Leslie, the 6'1", 195-pound junior.
Yeah, and he was definitely open. They did both tight ends on either side of the formation, just ran a little mesh crossing route. He was open, but a really good job by the D-line getting pressure on the quarterback, forcing an early throw, not able to get that ball to where the receiver can get to it.
And that brings up 3rd and 10 for the Beavers. On the 33-yard line, 13-7, 6:31 left in the first half. It's been a really good game so far. The Beavers are on top by 6. Grigg in the backfield. Lopez now goes to the slot, trips to the left, doubles on the right. Grigg back for pass, has a receiver open. Oh, he just overthrows him, and that, Wyatt, would have been 6.
Yeah, again, those Badgers are playing so close up to the line of scrimmage. Not one guy was maybe 6 or 7 yards deep and manned up across the board. It's always tough when you get a slot receiver matched up on a linebacker, as you did there. Just did a really good job staying in the seam, trying to keep away from anybody able to get there. Just needed to put a little more air under that ball. Just loft it up, let him run it underneath it. No one else is going to come to it.
That's going to bring up 4th down, 4th and 10. As Hyatt is back to receive the punt. Punt is up, and it is high. Hyatt under it, calls a fair catch, drops it, but falls on top of it. And the Badgers are going to get the ball at the 37-yard line, hoping they can tie this thing up with 6:19 left in the half.
Yeah, we've kind of had a couple different games here. We punts back and forth for a little bit, bunch of quick scoring, and then punts back and forth again.
Yeah, it has been interesting. We've had several big plays, I guess 2 for the Beavers, 1 25-yard touchdown pass and 1 36-yard touchdown run, and then the Bonners Ferry Badgers just giving Moss the ball, and he's been pounding it, and he scored on a 10-yard run. 13-7 Beavers. The Badgers hoping they can tie this up going into halftime. They got doubles to the left and doubles to the right. Wildcat formation.
Did a pretty good job there. Did Moss slow playing that, allowing it to develop, get his blockers in front of him. He's so quick and agile and athletic, he's going to make the first guy miss. So it's about finding space and corralling him and just keeping him from breaking it free.
Yeah, Moss gets in that Wildcat formation. He's only thrown the ball a total of 5 times all year long. So odds are when he's back there, he's running the rock.
I definitely keep an eye out, though. Again, you got a big target down here, Abubakari, matched up on number 10, who is Sawyer Bolligan at 5'11".
Stolle in the slot to the right, who's traditionally the quarterback. Moss in the Wildcat. Trips right, empty backfield. Moss with the pass, just as we were talking, that's a pass to Stolle, who takes it for a gain of 3. Kind of a fun play where they move the running back out to the right, through to the right. Interesting.
Yeah, usually in that kind of concept, you would throw it to the running back going out there, but threw it to the quarterback or the slot receiver in that case, who just by where he caught it, just falling down, gives him 3 yards.
So Moss, that brings his total for the year, 3 completions, 7 yards. And that was a good catch by the quarterback, Stolle.
It is important to get those kind of passes, though, to keep them honest, keep them up.
Wildcat formation again, doubles left, doubles right. It's going to be a triple option to the left, pitches the ball. Great way to get his hand on it, hits the edge. That's going to be a first down for the Badgers. That's number 2, Hyatt, his second carry of the game. That's a 15-yard gain.
And what a tough play, running to your left and then trying to avoid a tackle. So you're running left, trying to avoid a tackle, and then pitch with your left hand to a guy that's moving.
Yeah,
I mean, so many factors on that play that could go wrong, but a really good job corralling that, catching that pitch and getting forward.
Yeah, and the pitch wasn't wonderful. Hyatt was able to catch it behind him and still stay in the zone there. So now we have Moss back at quarterback. Hyatt in the slot to the right. Or Stolle takes the ball up the middle. Stolle, it looks like that's going to be a gain of about 3.
Good job by Stolle there, similar to Grigg on a couple of his plays, kind of faking the pitch. Everyone goes with Moss to the outside and then cuts it right inside, forcing those inside linebackers to stay home. You get a couple of those where the quarterback goes up the middle, those inside linebackers have to stay. They can't go out with the pitch, and then you get that pitch later on to a wide side of the field.
Stolle back in at quarterback. The Wildcat with Moss in the back. Trips to the right, single receiver to the left. Puts Hyatt or Moss in motion. Moss with a good pass, good cut. Up to be a gain of 4. Stolle gets his first completion of the night. To who? Surprise, surprise. Moss.
A really good tackle there by Grigg. All the receivers on the trip side did a really good job. Blocked their man. Grigg was the only unblocked coming from the safety position and made a in open field one-on-one tackle. That is so tough, especially in high school football and against a kid like Keenan Moss.
2:50 left in the half, 13-7, Beavers on top. Moss takes the direct snap, shakes off a few tacklers around the left side, takes off another tackler, he's got space. Couple guys to beat, dives over, and that's gonna be a gain of 12. Moss will not be denied, unstoppable tonight.
I was a little bit, the running back was his lead blocker, kind of got ahead of him a little bit, but did a really good job cutting back. Everybody flowed so far over, and again, making a couple guys miss, like Ty Smith, 52 on the inside, 97 tackles on the season coming in. When you're making a guy like that miss, you're special.
And he truly is. That's a gain of 12, and it brings up first down on a new set of downs. 2:15 left in the half, 13-7. Beavers on top. The Badgers hoping to answer here and go into halftime with a lead. Moss in at the Wildcat. Hyatt in behind him. Oh, ball snapped over. Oh, and the Badgers got lucky there. They're going to call that a false start rather than what I think it should have been a fumble.
Yeah, the snap went really high. Again, we kind of talked about it earlier. When you switch in and out of quarterbacks, that cadence, all the words can be the same, but the style in which it's said and the speed and the pace is always going to be different. So keeping that in mind, just got to make sure that the center is on the same page as whoever it is that's at quarterback.
And the clock's ticking, 1:54 left in the half. Again, 13-7. Beavers on top. The Badgers hoping that they can answer as they're here on the 23-yard line.
I'd expect maybe a little bit of a shot over the top. A lot of run inside, inside, inside. Look for a Bubakari or number 4, Allred, to get a ball over the top.
Stolle at quarterback, motion. It's going to be a handoff to Moss. Moss up the middle, breaks a few tackles, and gets caught up in the scrum, but he's still going to gain 3 yards, and it brings him to second down and 11.
Yeah, if you're the Badgers, you're loving this clock ticking down. You're going to be under a minute by the time this next play is snapped, and you're looking to be the last one with the ball before this half ends.
Moss, 13 carries on the night. Definitely going to be a guy that you're going to rely on. It's his senior year. If you want to win this big playoff game, you put the ball in the hands of Moss. Trips to the right. Stoley is at center with Moss in behind him. It's a snap. Stoley goes back to pass. Has a receiver open in the far corner, up and just overthrows him. It looked like that was a pass to number 1, Cooper Higgins.
Yeah, they have a lot of speed on the outside, a couple really athletic bodies. I think it's important to, keep them honest there. Again, they have multiple timeouts. There's still 40 seconds left on the clock. You still have a playbook here. You can run the ball. You got 2 downs. It's 3rd down right now. You got 2 downs to get the 1st down and then live to see another set.
So Stoley in at quarterback. Moss in behind. Doubles the left, doubles the right. 3rd and 10. It's going to be an option left. Oh, it's a reverse. Hand off to number 2 on the outside. That's Higgins. Breaks a few tackles, and that's going to be a huge gain. Great play call by the Badgers. And that's going to bring up 4th down and 3.
Yeah, really good job showing speed option left, getting that reverse back to the right. Really good job there. Still short of the sticks, though. Need 4 yards to get a 1st down. So it's 4th and down from the 11-yard line. A lot of plays in the book right here. Where do you think they're going to go, Lave?
I mean, you got to give the ball to number 8. I imagine that they'll maybe come in with a heavy package. 4 yards is kind of hard to get with the Beavers. They've been playing such tough defense tonight.
Yeah, I think if you get the ball on the outside, allow Moss to get a little bit of a running start, maybe make some guys miss. I also wouldn't mind maybe a quick out or something like that from one of your receivers if they're playing off, force them inside or outside.
Yeah, Stoley, he just 1 for 4 on the night. He's had some receivers open. He's just overthrown them a little bit. Some receivers open in space. So we'll see what they come up with here. The playbook, honestly, wide open is 4th down and 4. The Beavers hoping that they can hold them and go into halftime with a 13-7 lead. 30 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. And the Badgers hoping to keep the drive alive.
Look for Abubakari down here at the bottom of the screen. One-on-one coverage, big body, a lot of grass on his side.
Yeah, it's a big size mismatch. So we got doubles to the left, doubles to the right. Stoley in the backfield with Moss behind him. Stoley takes the snap. Fake handoff. That's who he's looking for. Whitey's got him wide open, and that's a touchdown. Number 2. Hyatt comes out of nowhere. There was no one within 5 yards of him.
I think they were trying to play man, and they ran a little crossing route between him and Abubakari, just crossing route. Nobody went. Both went with 0. Both went with the slant on the inside. No one went with the quick out or corner to the far side of the field. That's where all the grass was. He just threw the ball up there, had a really good job. Flag on the play, though. I think he did spike it or spin it
Yeah,
there
he spun the ball
at the end.
Hyatt, a senior, that's his 28th reception on the year, only his 3rd touchdown, but could not have come at a more pivotal moment for the Badgers' season, as the game is now tied 13-13 with 23 seconds left, and they're going to kick a field goal here.
Yeah, interesting here how the touchdown's good, but a really good job here by Coach forcing them to have this on the extra point rather than on the kickoff return. You're forcing a really tough, that first field goal barely eked over that first PAT barely eked over the post, so we'll see if he's able to get it there this time.
This is Tadlock. He's 1 for 1 on the night. Game knotted up at 13, 23 seconds left. Snap is good, hold is good, kick is up, and it is good. Just squeaks over the crossbar. You could have slid a piece of paper under that, but it's good either way in the books. 13-14, Badgers on top.
By the way the game started, especially that first quarter, you would have thought American Falls is they'll have 30 by halftime, but a really good job by the Badgers keeping themselves in the game, playing really good defense. It started on the defensive end. Did a really good job forcing 3 and outs, punts and a fourth down stop. Them leading at halftime by a point is really, really good news if you're a Badgers fan. If you're a Beaver fan, you got to get back to what was working before. Get that option, get them outside, allow Grigg and Lopez to get on the outside and get yards.
Yeah, it was almost like Bonners Ferry was just kind of sleepy during that first quarter and went in with the deficit, but they have woken up, and they are up by 1 going into the half. You couldn't have asked for a better last couple series if you're a Badgers fan.
Another part with that is milking the clock, running the ball. There have not been a lot of possessions on either side. American Falls feeling like, man, we haven't touched the ball for a minute.
Yeah, I feel like that too. That was a long drive all the way down the field, methodical, got through a few fourth downs. A booming kick, and it's going to be caught. Taken around the right side, ran down, shakes off a few tackles, hole up the middle, brought down by number 2. The man scores the touchdown, and then Hyatt gets the tackle. Great tackle by number 2, Hyatt, for the Badgers. Now 14.7 seconds left. I like the scoreboards when they give us the decimal. You know, it feels like it gives me a little bit more here. 13-14, Badgers on top. 14.7 seconds left. Now we'll see if American Falls wants to kneel this, as we have a player down on the sideline.
Yeah, it's a Badger player. He kind of threw his helmet down in a lot of pain right now. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. Pro X Home Center and Bonners Ferry has you covered for every project on your to-do list, from paint and lumber to power tools and plumbing. Pro X Home Center has everything you need to get the job done. Pro X Home Center, your local hardware store on Highway 95. Hungry for some real home cooking? 3 Mile Corner Store and Cafe is always serving up delicious food and great prices from breakfast to dinner. They have you covered for gas, groceries, and more. 3 Mile Corner Store and Cafe, a local favorite just outside Bonners Ferry. Looking for a good vehicle? Call Coach Hawks at 208-290-1882. He'll take care of you at Riverside Auto, a proud supporter of Badger Athletics since 1972. Whether you're craving a burrito, enchilada, nachos, or even a steak, let the team at Mia Pueblo Mexican Restaurant do the cooking for you. You will not regret it. Drop by their location at 7168 Main Street in Bonners Ferry for the best Mexican food in town. The Kootenai Tribe at the Kootenai River Inn Casino and Spa would like to congratulate the Bonners Ferry Badgers on a great season. As Bonners Ferry Top Hotel, they are your next getaway destination with gorgeous rooms in both the lodge and overlooking the river. Visit KootenaiRiverInn.com to learn more today.
Thanks to our American Falls Power Boosters, the Roof Resource, and Titan Machinery. Titan Machinery is your source for new and used tractors, combines, balers, excavators, loaders, backhoes, and wheel loaders. Their 5 Idaho locations serve the agricultural, construction, and landscaping industries in eastern Idaho. Titan Machinery backs their equipment with world-class service, parts, and financial solutions. Find out more online at titanmachinery.com. For over 40 years, E&R Transportation of American Falls has been the area's most reliable cargo and freight hauling trucking company. They're located at 2363 Sundance Road, and give them a call at 208-226-5077. ER Transportation is a proud supporter of American Falls Athletics and wants to wish the boys good luck in tonight's game. The Bank of Commerce is a proud supporter of all area schools with 17 locations all across Idaho and southwest Montana. For local decisions and exceptional service, make the Bank of Commerce your bank of a lifetime. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Looks like the injured Badger was Kai Aiken, a senior on the O-line and D-line. Hopefully nothing too serious, limping off the field, but able to get off. Hopefully can get some pressure on that left foot of his, it looks like.
So 13-14, 14.7 seconds left. We'll see what the Beavers decide to do here, if they're going to down it or they're going to go for it. They got quads to the right. Hand off the ball inside. That's number 2, Lopez. Makes a few people miss. He's at the 40, brought down at the 38-yard line with 8.5 seconds left. That's a quick timeout by the Beavers, and they want to punch one in this half.
Yeah, that was a really good play call, expecting 2 high safeties, which the Badgers did give them. A lot of room, went into that quads formation, and then sneaking back to the other side, Lopez gets that ball, goes up the middle, a lot of room, a lot of open grass, 8 seconds here. Maybe look for something quick to the outside, get the clock stopped. They still have timeouts to go, but see if you can get close enough that Grigg is able to throw a long ball maybe into the end zone for the last play of the half.
Yeah, it was kind of a fun play. Lopez was in the slot, kind of in the H-back, and it was just a shovel pass inside. Grigg went like he was going to the right, shoveled it in as Lopez took it to the left, made a few people miss. Big play for the 18-yard gain.
I always like those shovel passes forward more so than like a handoff. A handoff, then it's a fumble.
Yeah.
If you even if you just toss that ball up just a little bit and it goes on the ground, incomplete pass. Yeah. It looks a little bit weird when all of a sudden the ref comes running in and he's signaling incomplete pass, but way more safe, way less opportunity for fumble.
Yeah, and the quarterbacks love it too because that goes in the stat book as a pass. I actually had it wrong in my stat book here. I put it in as a run. So that'll give Grigg 2 completions on the night.
Yeah, look for something on the sideline to get out of bounds quick.
Pass, a bullet up the middle, intercepted. That's intercepted by number 1, Gavin Adamson, as he takes it up the middle, rumbling, stumbling, and hit hard. Brought down at the 30. Huge interception by Gavin Adamson, the 5'11", 155 senior for the Beavers.
Yeah, a really great play, just came right underneath that. Flag on the play, I'm going to guess it's maybe a holding or a block in the back on the return. Yep, block in the back. That's the end of the half.
And that's going to take us to the half here, 13-14. The Bonners Ferry Badgers on top of the American Falls Beavers. That's going to bring us to halftime. We'll be back with our halftime show right after this.
Have you noticed bad behavior has become normalized at interscholastic athletic events? Some fans seem angry. They lack civility toward one another. Some even get aggressive and unruly. Time out! What is going on? This has to stop. Let's not forget, school sports aren't just about winning. And they're definitely not an excuse to take your frustrations out on the official or the opponent. They're about teaching lessons like perseverance, respect, and empathy, so students can learn and grow as people, not just as players. We all have a role to play in setting a good example for our students and teaching them these important values. So fans, it's time to step up your game and behave positively at interscholastic athletic events in Idaho.
This message presented by the IHSAA and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
Idaho's 529 can be used at any in-state or out-of-state 2- or 4-year college or university. Can be used at a trade school for an apprenticeship.
Whatever it is that your kid is interested in, that's available for them to use the funds.
I really like the flexibility. It gives Wild the opportunity to pursue a whole array of training.
So whatever your child's passion is, you can support that.
To learn more, go to idsaves.org.
So, what's next? Your path doesn't have to look like theirs. You can do this, or this, or this. Check out in-demand jobs in Idaho and get up to $8,000 to find your thing.
Il me semble que ce matin le soleil peine à colorer le ciel. Voudrais prolonger les vacances.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
It's that time again. Time to get the health insurance you need for next year. Open enrollment is the time for you to enroll in, renew, or change your coverage. At Your Health Idaho, you can save money with a tax credit on the plan that's best for you and your family. Don't wait. Open enrollment ends December 15th. More coverage, less cost. Only at yourhealthidaho.org. Enroll by December 15th.
Welcome back to Idaho Falls, where the Bonners Ferry Badgers, American Falls, sorry. Welcome back to American Falls, where the Bonneville Badgers are on top of the American Falls Beavers, 13-14, which has been a great game so far. Before we get to our halftime show, we want to thank some of our sponsors. Beck's Furniture in Bonners Ferry is home to world-class customer service and the best in home furnishings. Rich and Sherry Beck value customer satisfaction above all else and believe in low-pressure sales approach. Stop in and see what everyone's talking about at 6443 McCall Street. For over 20 years, the family-owned Badger Den has been serving up famous omelets, hearty breakfasts, and fresh coffee daily. Whether you're looking for a mouth-watering breakfast or a satisfying lunch, they're your go-to spot in Bonners Ferry. Go Badgers! Need an adjustment? Stop into Higher Chiropractic in Bonners Ferry to get back in the game. They also offer treatments in neuropathy, decompression, and pelvic floor with a full list of services available. Visit their website, higherchiropractic.com, or by following them on Facebook. Located in the heart of Bonners Ferry, and independent professionals at Northern Beauty Bar proudly offer a comprehensive range of beauty services designed to meet the needs of every client. Their mission is to empower individuals by enhancing their natural beauty and helping them feel confident, radiant, and their absolute best. Go Badgers from the Northern Beauty Bar. Kane Mobile Automotive Repair is a fully mobile automotive repair company established to take the hassle out of taking your vehicle to the shop for maintenance or repairs. From starters to alternators to brakes and steering, they can fix it all. Next time your car needs a little TLC, reach out to Cohen Mobile Automotive Repair at 208-627-9115 to get back on the road in no time. Proudly serving Bonners Ferry and Sandpoint. Located just off US 95 on the south end of Bonners Ferry, Two Brews Coffee has something to offer for everyone. Their creative menu features energy drinks, fresh fruit smoothies, Doma coffee, baked goods, and both breakfast and lunch options for the whole family for you to enjoy. Don't just take our word for it. Why don't you head on over and treat yourself to Two Brews Coffee. We got a race out here. Who was it, Wyatt? Who'd you pick?
Looked like on the outside, maybe SpongeBob or someone dressed up in yellow.
Nice. You gotta love it. It is Halloween.
Got a free pizza out of it.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he's got a whole pizza on his head.
Dude, I'd have been down there if we were gonna get a free pizza. Are you kidding me? At Columbia Bank, they are committed to empowering businesses and families as they pursue their ambitions. With a team of dedicated professionals and a comprehensive suite of financial services, they offer a specialized expertise and personalized support tailored to meet the needs of clients at every stage. The crew at Columbia Bank and Bonners Ferry wishes the Badgers good luck in the playoffs. Well, Wyatt, we've had a pretty good first half so far, a one-point ball game, something that we kind of maybe felt was coming when we were doing the prep for this. Bonners Ferry comes in, ranked below 12th. They're one of the lower-ranked teams in the playoffs. And then American Falls has the 5th seed,
5th seed, so they're just outside of getting that automatic bye. But talking to the Bonners Ferry coaches, they felt like they were, maybe a little bit slighted here, that people aren't really giving them the respect they deserve. They come in with only 2 losses, one of them to a team that made the playoffs in the division above them, and another team from out of state. So they're playing really good football tonight, and they're up by 1 against the Beavers.
Yeah, a really good job. I think it's always a little bit hard for maybe those that live in southern Idaho to judge some of those teams in northern Idaho. They'll play maybe teams from Washington or Montana, and we're unfamiliar with some of those teams.
Yeah.
So, they beat so-and-so. Well, I can't gauge that. I don't know how those teams usually are. So, again, Bonners Ferry coming from up north and coming down and showing why they're a district champion. They're the district champion of 1 and 2. Again, it's important for these teams to come in with confidence. I think Bonners Ferry had that confidence. Obviously, the coaches did, expressing some of that to us. And American Falls, though, they have the athletes, they have the space. We've seen why they're the 5th-ranked team. They have some really impactful players offensively and defensively. Ty Smith, Grigg, those are the names that we've been calling. Lopez, they're making plays. I think they just need to be a little more consistent. They've had a few big broke-open plays, but they can't really keep sustaining drives. Both of those touchdowns that they scored, they started the ball on the plus side of the 50. I'd like to see them maybe come and get the ball at the 20, chew some clock, go all the way down the field, get a momentum kind of starting drive.
Yeah, I agree. Let's talk about some first half stats. Stolly was 2 for 6 with 17 yards passing. Moss had 1 completion, 1 attempt for 3 yards. Moss was all over the ground with 61 yards on 13 attempts. Hyatt, 13 yards on 2 attempts, and Stolly, 16 yards on 2 attempts. Higgins also got in there with 1 attempt for 6 yards. 98 yards on the ground on 18 attempts for the Badgers. On the other side, the Beavers, Grigg was 2 for 7 for 25 yards and a touchdown, but he also had that 1 interception towards the end. Rushing, Lopez has 35 yards on 6 attempts. Grigg, 41 yards on 6 attempts. 76 yards on 11 attempts on 12 attempts for the Beavers. And then Hernandez with that 25-yard touchdown gain, and Lopez with an 18-yard catch. An interesting thing here with the Beavers, their 2 losses this year, they had under 100 yards rushing. In Aberdeen, they only had 78. In Snake River, they only had 77. So when people hold the rushing attack, that powerful American Falls Beaver rushing attack under 100 yards, they don't win a lot of football games.
No, it's a vital part of their offense. Grigg's a good passer, but he likes to be able to lead receivers. So it's a lot of play action, getting the offensive player behind the defense, floating that ball, letting the receiver run underneath it. Does a really good job of that. He's not necessarily going to drop back and go through a progression and find a guy. So need to really establish when they were running the ball, that's when they were able to get some downfield passing. So those are really going to play off of each other. I think, again, if I'm coming out and I see some of these, both teams, again, establishing the run, Bonners Ferry want to keep the ball away from their offense as much as you can. American Falls keep trying to get those explosive plays, but also sustain drives. I think, again, on the defensive side, Bonners Ferry's had a couple, maybe 4th and short, 3rd and short. They've started to get those as the game's gone on. If you can hold them back, they're looking to just get 3 yards in a cloud of dust kind of deal. So if you can get them behind the sticks, maybe get a penalty, a holding, or a false start, or something like that, and get them behind the sticks where they got to gain more at a time, then you're at the advantage if you're the Beavers.
Yeah, both teams doing really good on the ground, running the ball a ton. The Beavers not playing bad football. They've just missed a few more tackles than the Badgers have. So the difference in this game is when the Badgers have been a little bit more sure at tackling, and then that extra point kick obviously makes a big difference. They say games are won and lost in special teams, and you honestly never even think about special teams until it's a 1-point ball game at half.
Yeah, it's that 1 point could go a long ways, whether it's going down to tie it or versus win the game. Going into overtime, something like that. Maybe you got to go for 2 instead of just kick your extra point like you'd want to. So going to be really important for the Beavers to keep that in mind, whether they got to go for 2 or try to even up that score a little bit.
Yeah, it should be a good matchup. We talked about it earlier. If Bonners Ferry wins this game, they play the number 1 seed because they're ranked 12th. So they'll end up playing the #1 seed, which is
Fruitland.
Fruitland, the powerhouse this year. Hasn't lost or have they lost a game? They haven't lost a game, just been absolutely demolishing people. Have some really good athletes there. If American Falls wins this game, they go play a really tough Kimberly team at home who's fully healthy and kind of on a runner these last few games.
Yeah, both teams want momentum going into that next playoff game. Really going to be important for both of them to keep that. I think both teams just want to get through this second half, though. This week one, I think when they seeded that 5 through 12, there were a lot of really good matchups across the state. I think most any 5 through 12 could beat each other on any given night.
Yeah, I think so too. We talked about it earlier. Coach Hopp last year went 6-5. They got second in conference. They lost to Snake, who ended up being the conference champion. They ended up losing in the quarters to Weiser 47-0, but they got their first postseason win since 1995. So a lot of excitement with American Falls, and they're hoping they can get their second postseason win in as many years. As the Badgers are going to return the ball here, as the big, strong boot. Oh, it's a pooch kick here, and it looks like we went off sides, and that's number 72, Fred Morallo, the kicker.
Yeah, a really good placing. There's the Badgers have a lot of open space in the back part of their return, looking for something kind of like that, hoping that you either got to put it right behind those guys or put it in some spot where the grass is the only thing there.
Yeah, and they're hoping they can just get it where, you know, they have a little bit of speed. We got Hyatt on this side, and I think he's the guy they're trying to kick it into some green grass and hoping Hyatt can run down there and pick the ball up and get a little bit of momentum for the Beavers. Again, big 72, Fred Morallo lined up to kick it, and he is a big kid. You talked about it earlier, Wyatt, 5'9", 235, strongest leg on the team. Squib kick and just caught and downed. Looks like that's number 88, Caden Bates, the sophomore. Big play by a sophomore, tight end D-line, number 88, Caden Bates.
Yeah, if you're the special teams guy for Bonners Ferry, that's a great job. Don't try to pick that ball up and go make a play. You're getting the ball at the 40-yard line, not much more you can ask for right there.
And that's absolutely terrifying. When the ball's coming, dribbling at you really quick, you got to try to field it like a second baseman. He does a good job of jumping on it. So shout out Caden Bates. As the Badgers take the ball, we got doubles on the top, doubles on the bottom. Hyatt in motion. Hyatt with the ball around the outside, going nowhere. Defense just stretches him out, and that's going to be a loss of 1.
Yeah, that's our kicker, number 72, Fred Murillo. He did a really good job. That's a big body to try to go get a sweep on that far side. Really great job stringing the ball out, getting to him.
Yeah, the American Falls defense holding strong. Loss of 1 for the first play for the Badgers going into the second half with a 13-14 lead. Moss in at the Wildcat. Doubles up to the left, doubles to the right. Moss is going to take it to the left in the speed option. Cuts in the middle, breaks one defender tackle, cannot break 12. Pushes the scrum forward, somehow gets positive yards. This kid is an animal.
Yeah, great job by his offensive line and stuff to keep pushing him. I thought for sure that was going to maybe get back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, he gets 2.
Yeah, that's going to bring up third down. 3rd and 7. We'll see what the Badgers can conjure up here. With 10:45, the clock's ticking away. They are not wasting, or they are wasting all the time they can with the 1-point lead at the start of the half.
I'd look to see maybe getting a little bit of a rollout here to this side, getting a quick out, maybe a flood concept.
Trips to the left, Stoley in the slot. Moss in shotgun, all alone. Moss up the middle, runs into a pile of defenders, and that's led by number 22, Zach Resendez. Going nowhere in a great series for the Beavers.
They're gonna call a fumble on that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Moss fumbled on that. They're gonna say he fumbled. Ball popped up right where the tackle was made at the 44-yard line.
Wow, huge play for the Beavers. And now the Beavers have the ball in positive territory, the 43-yard line, with 9:57 left to go in the third.
A really good stick there by the linebacker coming up, forcing him to get that.
Doubles to the right, single receiver to the left. Grigg in the shotgun. Grigg takes the ball. It's a hand. Oh, an option. Pass on the outside, and that's number 3. Not able to break a tackle. Brought down by Cooper Higgins. Hunter Grigg with the reception. And that's going to go down as a loss of 1.
They're going to call a flag on that play. I didn't quite see the tackle.
Horse collar. He did kind of swing him around by his jersey. That's tough if you're a defender. I mean, what do you do? Let him go?
Yeah, it's always going to be tough. You get your hands where you can. You're just trying to get that body to the ground. I don't want coach telling me, hey, wrap up all over again.
Yeah, I mean, your other option, you let them go, they score a touchdown. It's like, nah, we'll take the penalty here. So that's going to be a first down, a fresh set of downs for the Beavers. They're on the 30-yard line, 30 to score, 9:45 remaining in the third quarter. Grigg in the shotgun. Doubles to his left sidecar. It's going to be handoff up the middle, cuts and going nowhere. Lopez, no gain on that one.
I do like what the Beavers are doing, though. They're getting back to their kind of bread and butter. One option play this way, one option play going the other way. Get your athletes the ball, get them in space. Allow yourselves to see if you can stretch that Badger defense.
It's going to bring up second down and 10. Badgers holding strong inside. We'll see if the Beavers try to stretch this out and maybe get something along the outside.
Badgers have changed their defense a little. Got out of that 5 front into a 4 front, put a deep safety.
Grigg in the shotgun. Grigg, that's a hand up the middle to Lopez. Lopez gets a few yards before he runs into a stack of Badgers. And it's going to bring up third down and 8.
Some of these are true option plays. Some of them are a little more, it looks like option, but it's design run. That looked like more of a design run. Pulling a guard, coming to that side. He was giving it to Lopez all the way.
Third and 8 on the 28-yard line. Beavers down by 1, 8:28 left in third.
You got 2 downs to convert here. You're not going to punt, so you can still run the ball. You can pass the ball. Any play is open.
Yeah, and I imagine not going to kick a field goal from this range.
It'd be a line drive, though.
It would be an absolute rocket. Grigg in the backfield. Motion. Grigg goes back to pass. Has a receiver. Intercepted. Rumbling, stumbling, and he gets a late hit out of bounds. Is there going to be a flag? A little bit of scrum. And that's an interception by number 8 for Bonners Ferry, Keenan Moss. The dude does it all.
Two-way player, definition of a two-way player. Did a really good job getting into his depth, getting into his hook curl as a linebacker, sat right in front of the receiver running a stick, and just, I don't think he saw him. I think he tried to just put it right on him, and it went right to Moss instead.
Yeah, I think he was open for a moment, but Moss steps in, closes the gap, and that's another turnover. Badgers now have the ball. After fumbling it last game, Moss answers. And we'll see what we can do here. Moss in the backfield, trips to the right. Oh, Moss in motion. Fade wide open, that's number 2, Hyatt running down the lane. That's a 35-yard touchdown, or not touchdown, 35-yard pass by Stoley. Stoley is 100% in the half for 28 yards.
And that play was coming, motioning Moss out, and then everyone just kind of faking like they're going to block and then running up the seam and getting behind the defense there.
And you talked about it earlier. The defense is on both sides playing 5 yards from the line of scrimmage. There's nobody back there. So if you get a little bit of speed on the outside, I mean, there was really nobody near Hyatt on that catch. Stoley in the shotgun, trips to the right. One receiver on the near side. That's going to be a pitch to Moss. Moss takes it, splits the defense up the middle, and that's going to be a gain of 8. And the Badgers are rolling.
Good job getting the ball on the outside. Again, allowing Moss to kind of get ahead of steam, get his legs turning a little bit before he's going to meet some of the defenders.
Now we got 2nd down and 2. 7 minutes left in the third. 13-14 Badgers on top. Badgers marching. Pretty good drive for them so far.
And continue to take clock. Long time sitting in the huddle. They're in no hurry.
They aren't in any hurry. As you imagine, the ball's going to go on the ground here as Stolle is in the gun. That's going to be a pass out to Moss. Moss on the outside, and he's going to get a 1st down and more. It's going to be a 4-yard pass as Stolle feeling himself a little bit.
Moves the chains for another 1st down. Ref continues to wind that clock, move his arm.
1st and 10, 6:25 left in the third. 13-14 Badgers. Badgers hoping they can punch one in here. And then they have the decision whether they want to go for 2 or go for 1.
A lot of grass down here with the Bubakari.
Stolle in the backfield. Stolle 2 for 2 in the half. Puts Hyatt in motion. Fakes to Hyatt. Hits a Bubakari. And that's going to be a, he's big. He's just a big body to bring down. And that's going to be a 1st down. Moving the chains, a 12-yard pass by Stolle.
Again, sitting in that cover 3 look, trying to force as many bodies up into the box as they can. It's always going to be a tough cover for that corner when they break inside because you have to sit on the outside when you only have 3 deep.
Bubakari's first reception of the day. We've thrown it to him a couple times, but hasn't been able to bring anything down the first half. The Badgers not having any trouble on this drive moving the ball.
Moss wasn't in on that last play, not in here.
Stolle in the gun. Hyatt in motion on the right, trips right. Stolle up the middle. Just a little B-gap quarterback keeper action. That's going to be a gain of nothing. Brings up 2nd down. Stolle 16 yards on the night. Not really known for running the ball a lot. They kind of use him all over the place. Plays a little bit of slot. Mainly Moss is the man for the Badgers.
He's back in on this play.
Must have needed a breather here. Stolle in the gun, Moss behind him. We got trips to the right. Hyatt in the slot. It's going to be a pitch to Moss. Moss up the middle, cuts back. A short gain, maybe 2 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Still a lot of options here for Bonners Ferry. Continue to milk the clock, let it go down. Maybe a fake to Moss, quarterback keeper, put him into the quarterback, let him lead.
Yeah, you got to imagine, I mean, it's 2 down territory, so they'll have 2 shots to make these 2 yards. And this drive, they really haven't had a problem moving the ball.
Heavy set formation.
Tush push coming. Oh, snapped underneath the legs. That's an interesting. So quarterback was in. They hiked it underneath the quarterback's legs back to number 9, Stolle, who tried to pass the ball, but it was a low snap. Didn't really work out as planned. And now it's 4th down. Got a little cute on that one.
Yeah, I'd look for something maybe to this left side. It seems like Moss has had a lot of success coming to this left side. Scored a touchdown earlier. The first touchdown that Bonners Ferry had coming to this left side. They're on the right hash. You know, something to the wide side of the field. Let him have some movement. Let him have a lot of time to make a move.
Yeah, huge play if you're the Beavers. Their defense needs to make a stand here. It's going to be a pass on 4th down. Stolle's back, has a receiver in the end zone. It's caught. Touchdown. And who caught that ball? Guess who, Wyatt? Moss. 2-yard touchdown pass. Moss with his 2nd reception of the night. What was it?
Yeah, it was a Bubakari.
Oh, a Bubakari. I thought the announcer announced Moss.
The 8 and the 0 definitely look the same. Stolle at 9. All the important players that get in the ball all have similar looking numbers.
A Bubakari, huge play. 2-yard touchdown, 13-20, 4 minutes left in the third, and we're going to kick a field goal here to bring them up by 8. Snap is good, hold is good, kick is up, and it is good. 13-21, 4 minutes left in the third. Bonners Ferry up by 8. Kind of interesting on that, Wyatt. I almost would have gone for 2. You go for 2, you just got to get 3 yards. You're up by 2 possessions there instead of just 1. If you don't get it, you're only up by 7. So they got to, go for 2. But I feel like it's a lot easier to get 3 yards than it is to get 60, especially as stout as both defenses have been playing tonight in a 2-possession game. It's not out of reach, but that makes it real tough.
Yeah, certainly. And for the Beavers, the half started exactly how you'd want. You had to kick off, you get a forced fumble, and just nothing going for the offense on their side. They just, whether it's a turnover and then defensively giving up big plays, chunk plays, and then allowing them to punch it in there at the very end.
So the Beavers set to receive. Is number 45, Aaron Tadlock. 3 for 3 on the night. Got to feel pretty good about himself. Actually has a heck of a leg. And all of those kicks have been right down the middle. One of them just barely going over the crossbars. Line drive kick. Hits the ground, not able to receive it. Goes in the back of the end zone. And the Beavers are going to get the ball on the 20 with 4 minutes left in the third. Down by 8.
American Falls has been in quite a few close games. They were in a close game with Buell earlier in the season, a close game with Filer earlier in the season. That loss to Snake River was 17-14. So this is not unfamiliar territory. They've been in a few close games, and they've won multiple of them. So you have veteran senior leadership. You have an experienced coach. I think they're ready to come down and see if they can get a drive together.
Yeah, you'd like to see them put together a big, long 80-yard drive and get themselves back into this game. Grigg in the backfield. Grigg back to pass. Throws a deep fade route, nothing there, and that was a pass to number 1, Gavin Adamson, the 5'11 senior. Just overthrew him by a little bit.
Yeah, and Bonners Ferry, again, coming out of this half, now having number 4, Riston Allred, play that safety position, and he's playing pretty deep now. He's going to read the quarterback, try to keep everything in front of him. But again, if you get those guys back, you start getting guys out of the box, that means your run game should have more holes, more opportunities.
Yeah, Grigg 1 for 3 in the half. Grigg in the gun. It's going to be a handoff up middle. Huge hole. Breaks a first down and more. Lopez with the 13-yard gain on second down. Lopez coming alive this half.
Yeah, a really good job by him. Slow to the hole, but accelerating himself out of it. Really allowing himself to find that hole, see it, but then explode.
The offensive line did a good job of making a massive hole there. I could have ran through that hole.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't have got 12 yards. I'd have maybe got 3 before the linebacker caught me. But good job by the O-line. Wake it up here for the Beavers. And the Beavers are marching. First down. Griggs in the gun. Running backs to left and right. Motion in the backfield. It's going to be a triple option. It's a handoff to number 2, Lopez. Lopez, 4-yard gain, and he is rolling.
Yeah, and that's what they want to see. Again, slow, sustained drives. Keep the ball in your hands. Don't turn the ball over. Just allow yourself to keep marching down the field.
3 minutes left in the third quarter. 13-21. Still a one-possession ball game. The Beavers down by 8. We got doubles to the left, doubles to the right. Lopez goes in the sidecar. Man in motion. It's going to be a fake sweep to the outside. Good pull. That's Grigg. He's on the outside. He could go. The 30, the 20, the 15, and brought down on the 10. What a great play by the Beavers.
Yeah, a really great job. That seems like the similar kind of play that Grigg had earlier in the game that he scored a touchdown on. Showing that fly sweep action, getting the running back in the sidecar to him, so it looks like everything's going outside. If he would have given it to him, that running back was going to get killed right away. Kept it, went in the middle, and then got right back outside, away from the defenders. Really great job, really great run, really needed by the Beavers.
Yeah, it's a 50-yard run, the longest run of the night for the Beavers. Gavin Adamson was the slot receiver that faked the handoff and really drew the whole defense to the left and allowed Grigg all the space in the world. Grigg in the gun. It's going to be a handoff to Lopez. Lopez up the middle. Spins and gains of 1. Abubakari on the tackle.
If he was able to hit that hole just a little bit quicker, he would have been gone. But Abubakari on this side got all the way over to the far side of the field.
So Abubakari playing on the far side, D-end this possession. During the first half, he was playing the D-end on the near side when they were going this way. So they're kind of moving him around a little bit, and he is a force to be reckoned with, an absolute monster. 6'7", 250. On our roster here, we have no height and weight, but for some reason, Abubakari's is on there, 6'7", 250. He's the only one.
Yeah, refs asking to roll the clock a few seconds. I think that clock kind of stuck for just a few seconds. Really good job by the refs, making sure they're keeping an eye on things like that.
2:15 left in the third, 13-21. Bonners Ferry on top by 8. 2nd and 9. The Beavers are rolling after the 50-yard run by Grigg. Grigg in the backfield. Double sidecar to his right. Grigg with the snap, triple option. Grigg's going to take it up the middle. Hit hard, but that's going to be a gain of 2. And we're going to come to 3rd and 6.
Great job by Grigg. Again, by coach, just give the ball to your senior quarterback. Allow him to do what he does best. He's thrown a couple interceptions. One was at the end of the half. You're just throwing the ball up, not necessarily his fault. But his best attribute is his legs. He is a fast, really dynamic athlete. Allow him to go get the yards with his own legs.
And as much as they've been giving Lopez the ball, they're kind of using him as a bit of a distraction now and getting Grigg some carries. Grigg hasn't had a ton of carries on the season, but doing a really good job tonight. Or Grigg, sorry, he's leading the team in carries. What am I talking about? It was over 1,000 yards in the year. Beavers rushing out, trips to the right, single receiver to the left. Lopez in the sidecar, and we're going to get time out by the Beavers. They had a little bit of discombobulation going on there.
Yeah, it took a little bit of time getting that play call into the huddle. Had to break the huddle quick because you could hear them start to count 10, 9, and they were going to get a penalty. So a good job getting a timeout there. You don't need to be backed up at this point. You're right on the edge or in the red zone. You just need to get yards. You're a 3rd down. You need 6 yards. Just go in, get a score.
Yeah, 2 down territory here. A minute left to go in the third. 13-21. Bonners Ferry on top by 8. So the Beavers are going to have to score here and then go for 2.
Sturgeon Station in Bonners Ferry is open 24/7 with everything you need when you are on the road. Fill up your tank and grab a bite to eat from their attached Sonic. Need a rest? With clean restrooms and showers and a laundry room, you'll want to come on in to Sturgeon Station right off of Highway 95. Dr. Burt Veterinarian Care and Bonners Ferry offers complete and compassionate care for all creatures, big or small. Call 208-274-5550 or visit them at 35 Automation Lane at Dr. Burt's Veterinarian Care. And they love all animals, but badgers are their favorite.
Beavers are back. Trips to the left. Grigg in the gun. Grigg's going to take it to the right, and it looks like it's going to be a false start. Not what you need with 3rd and 6 when you're trying to march into score here, Wyatt.
Yeah, a good play design. They had the receiver on our side go really wide and then have trips to the tight side of the field on the hash. There was going to be a lot of room for him to run. All the defenders have to go over to the other side, and they were going to run weak side.
So now we're going to bring up 3rd and 11. So from 3rd and 6 to 3rd and 11. So now they're behind the sticks here.
Still can get a first down without scoring. They got to get down to about the 3-4 yard line in order to get that first down. But still, again, able to get a first down without scoring.
So Grigg will be in the backfield here. All eyes on him at this moment. Lopez back there in the sidecar as well. 2 running backs to the right, single receivers on both ends. Hand off to Grigg. He's going to go out, roll out to the right. It's going to be a pass. He's going to keep it along the edge, breaks 1 tackle, pushed out of bounds. And that's going to be a loss of 1 to bring back 4th and 12.
Yeah, penalties are going to be a killer. When you get down to the red zone and you're trying to get a running team going, you're just going to set yourself behind the sticks.
Yeah, and that's going to put them in a situation they don't want to be in, and that's a passing situation here. As the clock rolls with 33 seconds left in the third, 13-21, Badgers on top by 8. The Beavers slowly make their way to the line of scrimmage. We got trips to the left as Griggs in the gun. Lopez behind him. Lopez now goes to the slot, quads left. Griggs takes the ball, rolls left, ball up in the air, one-on-one in the back of the end zone, and it's out of bounds. A little bit too strong by Grigg, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Great defensive stance by the Badgers.
Yeah, really good job rolling out to that side. Had plenty of time. You just got to put that ball into play. Let your guy make a play. Whether it's even if it's getting picked or anything like that, just got to allow him to have a chance at it.
Yeah, and that's a tough ball. He kind of threw it a little bit late too. Those fade balls, you want to get them up in the air while your receiver's still running to that back pylon. Good play call. Ball just a little bit deep. And now the Badgers taking over with an 8-point lead, 8 seconds left in the third. Stolley under center. Hyatt the fullback. It's going to be a pass. Deep ball, nobody there. Everybody on the American Falls side wants an intentional grounding, but they're not going to get it.
Yeah, he rolled out of the pocket. As long as he gets it past the sticks, it's no flag there.
So 3 seconds left, 13:21. 3 seconds left in the third. Badgers on top by 8. 2nd and 10.
And you got a little bit of offensive going there for the Beavers. If you're able to get them a 3-and-out, force them to punt, get the ball back, maybe somewhere around midfield, you're still cooking.
Yeah, this game is far from over, especially as great a defense as American Falls has been playing. It's a pitch out. Breaks a few tackles. Moss is going to be a gain of about 2. As he's been a big workhorse this third quarter. Well, that brings us to the fourth quarter of play here. 13:21. Badgers on top.
For custom apparel in Bonners Ferry, get creative with vinyl expressions. From custom vinyl prints and transfers to embroidery for all your apparel, Vinyl Expressions does it all. Find them online at bfvinylexpressions.com. Go Badgers. Craving a cherry limeade or a Sonic cheeseburger? Sonic Drive-In in the Sturgeon Station is dishing up your favorites, including breakfast all day. Swing by Sonic on Highway 95 in Bonners Ferry for the ultimate drive-in experience. Pro X Home Center in Bonners Ferry has you covered for every project on your to-do list. From paint and lumber, power tools and plumbing, Pro X Center has everything you need to get the job done. Pro X Home Center, your local hardware store on Highway 95.
Hi, this fourth quarter looking like it's going to be a good one. We got a candy launching machine. The athletic director for American Falls launching candy out of a tube with an air cannon. That was pretty cool. You don't see that everywhere, only in Idaho, you know. 3rd and 8. We got trips to the left. Stolley in the backfield. Stolley hits Moss on the left. Moss makes a few people miss, and he's going to rumble for the first down, and that's going to be a pass and an 10-yard gain as Stolley gets his 5th completion of the quarter. And Moss with his 2nd reception of the game. I like that play call where you put Moss out in motion, give him the ball in space. The receivers really did a good job of blocking there to allow the Badgers to get a first down. We got a flag? Oh, they're moving the sticks. .53 left in the game. Badgers up by 8, 13:21. The Badgers took a 2-day trip to get here, staying in Pocatello last night, which is about an hour from here. Maybe a little bit less. Stolley in the gun. Stolley takes the ball, hands it off to Moss. Moss down the left side, breaks 2 tackles, moves the ball forward 2 yards. and that's going to bring up 2nd down and 8.
I think one of the biggest differences as the Beavers have given up 21 unanswered points at this point is that the early in the game, their D-line were the ones making the tackle.
Yeah.
Now it's the linebackers having to come up. They were stonewalling them before. There was no gaps, nothing there. The Badgers now able to kind of move and create gaps, forcing linebacker safeties to come up.
Stolle in the gun. Hyatt and Moss in the backfield. Stolle takes the snap. Oh, it's going to be a pass play. Rolls to his right. Receiver open, intercepted. Breaks a tackle, and he's going to house it. The 10, the 5, touchdown. Huge play. My goodness. And the Beavers are back in this one. 19-21. What an interception. Couldn't have came at a better time for American Falls.
Yeah, Greg was like, I want my get back on this. I've thrown a couple of them. How about I take one from you? Really great job. He's just so good at that free safety position. They put him back there. I'm sure he has a lot of ability to kind of choose what he wants to do. He can go left, he can go right, he can cover who he wants. Really great job. Jumped in front of that, made a move, cut to the outside, touchdown.
Yeah, fun fact about Grigg, he was 2nd team All-State running back in 2024 before moving to the quarterback position for the Beavers this year. So the ball in his hand, he is dangerous. What a play by the quarterback.
Yeah, now they're going to go for 2, try to get in that score tied up. A really big, important play here for the rest of this game and how it goes.
Yeah, this is huge. With the Beavers not being able to move the ball very well on offense, they really need to punch this one in. It's going to be inside, circles around, and answers the call.
Was it going to be anyone other than Grigg,
Oh,
right?
no.
He was going to take that ball. Again, they do a really good job of showing, both teams really, of showing motion. I think that's such an underrated part of football, let alone high school football. Just showing something, getting guys to move, maybe second guess themselves, showing motion across, quarterback power to the other side, couple lead blockers in his way, and he's going to power in for that too.
Yeah, especially when you only need to get a few yards, putting them in motion. You just need those linebackers to freeze for a half second so you can run up the middle for the touchdown. 21-21. 10:43 left in the 4th quarter. We have ourselves a ball game here, Wyatt.
Yeah, what a great opportunity. Beautiful night here in Idaho. You can't ask for any more. Love seeing it. Love seeing Idaho schools be successful, seeing Idaho athletes out here do a really good job on IdahoSports.com.
Yeah, we were talking about it earlier. American Falls, their field is very unique. Not a lot of fields like this where there aren't tracks. So if you look at the opposing sideline, the fans are pretty much on the opposing sideline. Like there is a string there holding them back, but they could practically pat people on the back. It's just, as a coach, you hate fields like this because the fans are in your ear the whole time. The Beavers kick a squib kick off the hands of number 88. It's going to be picked up by Hyatt. Hyatt up the middle, makes a few people miss, brings the ball up to the 45. Really, really lucky there for the Badgers as the ball bounces off number 88's hands. Caden Bates, who had that good defensive play earlier, bounces off his hands. Hyatt, luckily enough, was there and able to turn something or nothing into something, and they're going to get the ball at the 43-yard line. Knotted up, 21-21, 10:39 left in the game. Stolle at QB, that's going to be a handoff to Hyatt. Hyatt's going to rumble ahead for 1 yard.
And I do like some of these, especially early downs, getting someone other than Moss, right? When it's an important down, 3rd down, 4th down, get Moss the ball, right?
Yeah.
But maybe give him a couple, not getting hit on 1st down, 2nd down, early downs. See if you can pop one, get a few yards early.
Well, they're really using him as a distraction. That was kind of a cross play. They handed Hyatt the ball, and then we're going back to Moss. So trying to freeze up the linebackers a little bit. Moss is somebody that you have to know where he is at all times. You cannot take your eyes off him. He's just so dangerous. Stolle in the backfield, man in motion. It's going to be up the middle. Oh, that's Moss. Moss on the left, rumbling, and he's going to get almost the 1st down, pushed out just before the sticks, and it's going to come up 3rd and 1. Correction, that was Stoley with the run. Third and short here, 3rd and 1. 21-21, 9:15 left in the game.
Moss in at quarterback, wildcat formation.
Doubles the left, doubles the right. Moss gonna go to the left side, gets a lead blocker, gets the first down and 2 more yards. That's gonna be a 3-yard gain, and the clock is still ticking, and the Badgers are marching.
Yeah, such a tough play when that quarterback gets ahead of steam, just going straight down. Moss in at quarterback at that time, going left. They seem to like that power to the left. When Moss is in the backfield, expect him to kind of go to that left side and then bounce it if he needs to, keep it inside. His legs are going to turn. He's going to pick up at least a yard.
That's Moss's 20th carry on the night. Just put the team on his back.
Still in at quarterback.
Moss in at quarterback, doubles to the left, doubles to the right. Hyatt in behind him. Man in motion. Comes across fake, got triple option to the right. Good pitch. Stiff arms one man, Hyatt. Stiff arms another man, can't make it happen. Great tackle by number 1 for American Falls, Gavin Anderson, the 5'11 senior.
Yeah, number 8, Jagger Leslie was there for the tackle, just couldn't seem to wrap him up. He was there, ready to make it. That would have been a loss. Gain of 1, which is still good for the Beavers, but could have been a loss of 3 or 4.
Yeah, what he really did, he didn't make the tackle, but he was able to slow him down enough where Gavin Adamson was able to get there. Because if he wouldn't have Hyatt in the sideline as fast as he is, that dude is going to stack up some serious yardage.
And Moss already with 1 fumble on the game here so far. When you're carrying that ball that many times, you're getting a lot of hits. So ball security is going to be really important as the game wires down.
Trips to the left, Stoley in the backfield, Moss behind him. It's going to be a pitch to the left to Moss. Moss going around the outside, has blockers ahead of him, lowers his shoulder, rumbles ahead for 4 yards, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 4 as Moss gets his 21st carry of the game. Clock still ticking, 7:20 left in the game, knotted up at 21. The Beavers able to tie it up on a pick 6 from their quarterback and do it all. Stoley in the backfield. Moss to the right. Looks like it's going to be a fake pass. Stoley's got all day. He's got a huge arm, launches it up. And there's nobody there, overthrows his receiver, and that was a pass. Looked like to number 2, Conrad Hyatt. Hyatt, who had the touchdown, 13-yard touchdown earlier.
And that's a really big stop. He was open there early in the route, but able to get on top of it, forcing a punt. They're going to play the field position game here, the Badgers. Try to pin them deep, allow yourself to maybe get them back into their own territory.
And they've called that play successfully a couple times where they had trips to the right and had Moss move out to the right. Nobody back there defending this ball. Oh, it almost goes out of bounds in the corner, but that's going to be a touchback. The Beavers will get the ball with 6:47 left in the game at the 20, hoping they can march down 80 yards and put together a full drive here, Wyatt.
I mean, you think about the last time the Beavers had the ball, they turned the ball over. They had the ball going the other way, but again, playing tough-nosed defense allowed themselves to get back in the game. Now with the ball, they're taking the ball, looking to tie it up looking to go ahead rather than tie it up.
Yeah, it's all knotted up at 21. 6:47 left in the game. We'll see what Grigg and company can put together on this drive. 6:47, I mean, the Badgers might not get the ball back. Grigg in the backfield, Lopez to his left, man in motion, jet sweep. Great blocking on the outside, but number 12, Derek Vincent, says no, and the Beavers are denied.
Yeah, Gavin Admonson on the carry. If he would have kept it a little outside, I think he was looking for that cutback a little too quick. The receiver did a good job hooking his defender. If he would have kept outside, get to the sideline. Usually on those fly sweeps, they say, get to the sideline, get to the sideline. You'll find your cutback when you know it.
Yeah, defense did a really good job there of stopping them for the gain of 0. Now the Beavers doubles to the right. Man in motion. Handoff up the middle. That's going to be number 2, Lopez. Breaks a few tackles and a gain of 4. Lopez is tough too. If he gets any sort of open field, he's so fast. He is gone. You got to dive at his legs to get him down.
Big third down here. Look for something maybe to the outside, rolling out, maybe get the quarterback a motion coming across, quarterback power. Looking for one of their better plays in the playbook right now.
5:35 left in the game. Grigg in the gun. Double side car to the right. Grigg takes the snap. Handoff up the middle to Lopez. Lopez with some space. Pushes forward. It's a scrum at the end. Is he going to get it? This is all going to be a spot, Wyatt.
All he's got to do is get to that line, and so that's if you're worried about something like that, they know if he gets to that 30-yard line, it's a first down, and he does.
Barely. Look where the ball is spotted. The nose is barely over the 30-yard line, and they're going to move the sticks, and the Bonners Ferry's coaches can't believe it.
Yeah, and you want to start running that clock, maybe taking longer into some of these possessions. 5 minutes left in the game. If you can, use this whole 5 minutes up going down the field.
Lopez, 6 yards on that carry. Grigg in the backfield. Pulls it from Lopez. Grigg hit very hard on the outside.
A good job by Moss on the outside, taking away the pitch, and the inside linebacker still had the quarterback. So if he was able to pitch that out, there would have been a lot of room, but Moss did a good job staying on doing his responsibility, forcing someone else to make the tackle.
And that's what we talk about, just being disciplined at that position is so tough, especially when you get a good runner like Grigg. You want to make the tackle. You know how dynamic he is, but you have to stay home and do your job. From a coaching standpoint, Wyatt, you know this. If all 11 men do their job, we're fine. It's the one guy that tries to play a little bit of hero ball who usually messes it up for everybody. Grigg in the backfield. Lopez behind him. Lopez in motion, goes to the slot to the left. Trips to the right. Grigg takes the ball. It's going to be a quarterback dive up the middle. He's got space. He's going to bring up 3rd down and 1.
A good job again. The pressure came from the backside, so did a really good job forcing everyone down. Guard and tackle both pulled on that side, so multiple lead blockers for him countering to the far side.
And he does a good job of being patient back there, waiting for his blockers to go until he sees a hole and then just exploding through it. This is a pretty big 3rd down here. You're not quite in 2-down territory or 4th down territory. So they got to get a 1st down here, or otherwise we're going to see the Beavers punt.
Yeah, got to get to the 40.
Grigg in the backfield. Lopez to his left in the double sidecar. Ball goes in. That's going to be a handoff to Lopez. Tons of room. Lopez at the 50. Shakes off a tackle at the 45 and pushed out of bounds at the 43. Late hit. We're going to have multiple flags. One of them's going to be on Conrad Hyatt, who made the tackle, took him to the ground way out of bounds. The other one could be on Lopez because he shoved him after he got up.
Yeah, probably a little bit of frustration there. You made that good run. You got to stay with it.
Yeah, 28-yard gain by Lopez. And you hate to see it. Lopez had the touchdown earlier, spun the ball, which kind of put a little bit of pressure on the kick. You just got to keep your composure there. Great athlete, let the game speak for itself. He was late hit on that, so there was a little bit of frustration there getting up. But we'll see what the officials come. I think we're going to get offsetting penalties. As they speak to Coach Hop. See what the white hat has to say here. The officials are trying to figure out what to do. That was a great run by Lopez. We talked about it right before that. The dude gets any space, he is gone. So fast, so dynamic, stiff-armed a few kids. Looks like we got unsportsmanlike conduct on the defense, unsportsmanlike conduct on the offense, and those penalties are going to cancel each other out. 3:10 left in the game. The time is ticking away. 21-21. Knotted up.
Hungry for some real home cooking? 3 Mile Corner Store and Cafe is always serving up delicious food at great prices. From breakfast to dinner, they have you covered for gas, groceries, and more. 3 Mile Corner Store and Cafe, a local favorite just outside Bonners Ferry. Looking for a good used vehicle? Call Coach Hawks at 208-290-1882. He'll take great care of you at Riverside Auto, a proud supporter of Badger Athletics since 1972.
We're back in the action here. 3 minutes and 10 seconds left in the game. Knotted up at 21. The Beavers are rolling on the back of Lopez, who's had so many carries this half. 8 carries on the half for about 38 yards.
I think they're going to play with the clock here, get in their heavy set formation, run the clock as much as they can.
And that is terrifying. Look at all that meat back there. In the gun. It's going to be a fake handoff to Lopez and brought down. Good job by the Bonners Ferry defense. That's going to be a loss, or they're going to give him continuation there. A loss of 1.
And you had 2 H-back / linemen pulling, coming across that side, but they kind of went right past the guys that they were maybe supposed to block, and those are the guys, they're not going to try to tackle the puller, they're going to tackle the guy with the ball.
Yeah, Bonners Ferry doing a good job of just being slippery, not getting blocked. That's going to be a tackle or a loss of 1. 2nd and 11, and the clock is still ticking. 2 minutes and 35 seconds left in the game, and the Beavers hoping they can run this thing down and punch one in as time expires. Heavy set formation. Grigg in the backfield. Grigg takes the snap. It's going to be a pass. Nowhere to go. Shakes off a few tacklers. Grigg's still up. He's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage. Should have been a loss of 5, but he was able to somehow get away.
Bonners Ferry going to get a timeout here, start playing some of the clock. Again, 2:12 left. They have multiple timeouts. 3rd and long left for the Beavers.
2 minutes and 12 seconds left in the game, 21-21.
Whether you're craving a burrito, enchilada, nachos, or even a steak, let the team at Mia Pueblo Mexican Restaurant do the cooking for you. You won't regret it. Drop by their location at 7168 Main Street in Bonners Ferry for the best Mexican food in town. Beck's Furniture in Bonners Ferry is home to world-class customer service and the best in home furnishing. Rich and Sherry Beck value customer satisfaction above all else and believe in a low-pressure sales approach. Stop in and see what everyone's talking about at 6443 McCall Street. For over 20 years, the family-owned Badger's Den has been serving up famous omelets, hearty breakfasts, and fresh coffee daily. Whether you're looking for a mouth-watering breakfast or a satisfying lunch, they're your go-to spot in Bonners Ferry. You need an adjustment? Stop in to Higher Chiropractic in Bonners Ferry to get back in the game.
Huge 3rd down here, 3rd and 11. Grigg in the backfield, trips to the right. Lopez in motion. Lopez goes to the H-back. Grigg takes the snap. It's going to be a run up the middle. Grigg gets a blocker, and he's got some space, gets another blocker, shakes a tackle, and that's going to be a 1st down for the Beavers with 2 minutes left in the game, 21-21. They march the ball all the way down to the 22-yard line.
I love that call. I love that play call. He's thinking, hey, if I can get 5-6 yards, then I can go for it on 4th down. If I throw a pass here and it's incomplete, we're probably going to have to punt. Really great job getting the 1st down, breaking through that first line of defense. And honestly, maybe not breaking it's the worst thing. You can really run the clock down now.
1:50 left in the game. The Beavers are marching. Grigg in the backfield. Lopez on his right. Doubles on each side. Man in motion. That's going to be a fake jet sweep. As Grigg up the middle breaks a few tackles and just fell down. He had some space, too much space. His feet couldn't catch up.
And on that play, it looked like either if he would have given it or taken it, both would have been open. Out the outside, going to the wide side of the field. Look for that to come back and maybe a give there, and Grigg be the distraction.
Yeah, great play call by the Beavers offensive coordinator as it's 2nd and 4, 1:10 left in the game, knotted up at 21. Lopez goes to the H-back position. We got trips to the right, single receiver on the left.
Watch that draw again.
Grigg takes the ball. It's going to be a pass, rolls out to his right, has a receiver in the flats, catches it, hit hard, but that's going to be a 1st down. Looks like that's Cooper Higgins with the catch, number 1. or Gavin Adamson. Gavin Adamson, number 1, with the catch.
Looks like a little bit of discussion whether it was a first down or not. Wanted to make sure the clock is right, because if it's not a first down, clock can keep rolling.
And it looked, from up here, it looked like a first down, but, I mean, what do we know? We're a long ways away.
Bonners Ferry coach is upset. Looks like the refs are huddled up, trying to make sure they get the call right.
The officials have really done a good job tonight calling a fair game on both sides, I think.
It's been pretty clean. There's very few penalties, letting the kids play. They've had a few times where they've making sure the clock was running or not running, taking time back, putting time back on, or rolling more.
So 48 seconds left. The officials are going to add some time.
Looks like maybe 55 seconds instead of the 48 that's showing right now.
3rd and 1. Definite 4th down territory here with the clock at 55 seconds.
Yep.
21-21.
3rd and 1.
The Beavers marching. The Beavers only in this game because of the pick 6 by Grigg. Or reception by Grigg, I guess.
Yeah, both their touchdowns. American Falls calls a timeout. Need adjustment, stop into higher chiropractic in Bonners Ferry to get back in the game. They also offer treatments in neuropathy, decompression, and pelvic floor with a full list of services available by visiting chiropractic.com or by following them on Facebook. Located in the heart of Bonners Ferry, the independent professionals at Northern Beauty Bar proudly offer a comprehensive range of beauty services designed to meet the needs of every client. Their mission is to empower individuals by enhancing their beauty, natural beauty, and in helping them feel confident, radiant, and their absolute best. Go Badgers from Northern Beauty Bar.
3rd and 1. 55 seconds left in the ball game. Knotted up at 21.
I'm going to guess Grigg or Lopez.
Hey, I think you're probably going to be right with that. Grigg in the backfield, Lopez to his left in the double sidecar. Grigg takes the ball, hands off to Lopez up the middle. Lopez rumbles, stumbles, bumbles, and he's going to get a first down. Forward momentum for a 3-yard gain. A new set of downs for the Beavers.
Getting on the ball here quick.
50 seconds left. We have to wait until the chains move before we can start the clock. Official starts the clock. Grigg goes under center, downs it. 44.7 seconds left in the game. 21-21. The
Beavers can still get a first down. First down's at the 5-yard line, 15 yards out, 44 seconds left. Again, the whole playbook's open. I think they have one more timeout left. They don't put the timeouts on the scoreboard, so thinking they got one more timeout, so ball in plays just fine.
2nd and 10, 44 seconds left in the game. The Beavers fans hoping they can punch it in here. We're hoping we get a little overtime action. Little free football. Bonners Ferry.
Long time getting that play call in. They're looking at maybe a delay a gain here.
The officials ticking. Grigg in the backfield, Lopez on the right. Lopez with the pass, has a receiver up and just out of his hands. And that was number 3, Hunter Grigg. The ball just barely too high. That would have been a huge reception.
He kind of turned, looked, and stopped his feet. Just keep your feet going. He's going to put that ball over the top where only you can get it. Really a great job, great throw by Grigg to Grigg. Just keep your feet moving. You'll run underneath it.
I don't know if they're brothers or cousins, but they got to be related, huh? Great athletic play. He was way up in the air. The ball was thrown high, but Grigg able to get a few fingertips on it, just not able to bring it in. It's going to bring up 3rd down with 41 seconds left in the game, 21-21. Grigg in the backfield, Lopez to his right. A little bit of confusion. Trips left, single receiver on the right. Now go quads left. Grigg takes the snap. It's going to be a passing situation. Chase down, moving in and out. He's got a lot of green grass ahead of him at the 10. Shakes the receiver. He's going to get in the zone. He does, and that's a touchdown. Grigg scores a touchdown. My goodness, he was dead to rights in the backfield. Somehow able to shake and bake 15 yards for the touchdown, and that's going to put the Beavers on top with 35 seconds left in the game.
My goodness, what a play. Abubakari had him dead to rights. 6'7" on, let's see, 5'11", 170, and the speed and athleticism won on that play. That was such an impressive play. So quick, so fast. Really a great job. Kept his eyes downfield, but then found that corner, turned, ran, had to push himself into the end zone, kept the legs turned in. What a great game.
Man, he was dead to rights in the backfield. They had hands all over him, but was somehow able to shake there. My goodness, what a play by Grigg, just putting the team on his back. And now it's Beavers on top, 27-21 with 35 seconds left in the ball game.
Looks like the refs are trying to put some more time back on the clock. It looked like the clock continued to run a little bit after he had scored.
The officials have been great about that.
Yeah, they're on top of it. I love it. It's in such an important game. Looked like they put 41 minutes instead of 41 seconds.
Hey, I'm here for it. There it is.
Yeah, I'll take another 41 minutes.
Hey,
This
so
is the kind of game we get.
This is awesome.
Still a lot of time.
Murillo for the kick, 27-21 to make it a 7-point ball game. Good snap, ball's in the air, way in the air this time, and it's going to be good. 28-21, 41 seconds left. What an offensive series by the Beavers, my goodness.
Yeah, what a great job. Again, we talked about it earlier in the day. They'd been down, they had been in close games, hard-fought games. Those experiences and being in those opportunities are coming back to really benefit AF in this moment. I mean, just cool, calm. They had 21 straight points scored on them without anything, and now they've scored the last 15 points unanswered.
Grigg, 85 yards this half, 1 touchdown. And we talked about the interception before half. Just an impressive performance by Grigg.
See if Bonners Ferry, they've had a few of these where they've gotten the ball in good field position. If you can get the ball to the 40-yard line with 30-so seconds left, you still have all the opportunity and a lot of playmakers to be able to make plays, go up and get the ball, jump balls, run the ball, make guys miss.
Yeah, we'll see if we see that hard line drive kick that we've seen from the Beavers the last few kickoffs. That one's going to go, oh, not out of bounds. Hyatt's going to try to return it. He's at the 10, makes one guy miss. He's got a lane. He's going to hit the sidelines. Good blocking downfield. And he's going to bring it all the way out to the 30. Flags all over the place. I think we're going to get a holding on Abubakari.
Yeah, not what you wanted on that return. Didn't get the ball. A really great job. Terrible bounce if you're a Bonners Ferry fan. But, I mean, he's had a couple of those line drives. If you're not under it early, it's going to bounce right back past you. Yep, holding.
And that's tough with 31 seconds left. Every yard counts. He made it all the way back to the 30, but we're going to bring it back to the 20. It's going to be 1st and 10. 80 yards to go. Down by 7. 31 seconds left in the ball game.
Yeah, always tough when you have a team that is so dedicated to the run, and with a guy like Moss, you got to be dedicated to the run. He's an athlete, so maybe put him out in a slot, try to get him the ball, see if he can make a guy miss, because we know he can. But again, you got Grigg back on the other side playing quarterback of the defense as a safety, and he's again leading the state in interceptions.
Yeah.
So keep it on the side away from him. They got a too high look.
Stolley 60% pass completion on the year. Over 800 yards as Stolley drops back to pass. Oh, we're going to get a holding call. He throws it out of bounds with 27 seconds left. That's going to bring up 2nd down and long. They're asking the Beavers they want to accept this penalty. Of course they do. Oh, they're declining the penalty.
Illegal shift.
Oh, interesting.
Yep, illegal shift. So it looked like kind of the decline, but I think it's the quarterback was snapping the ball before everyone was set.
So it looks like that's going to be a replay of downs. So 1st and 15. The bad part about that is you don't get any time back.
Yeah, lose about 10 seconds, 8 seconds on that play alone.
28-21, Beavers on top. 27 seconds left in the ball game, left for the season for both these teams. Stolle in the backfield, all receivers all over the place. Everybody's running downfield. Stolle goes back, launches the ball up, and that's going to be no good. Stolle didn't have any time as the 3 defensive linemen were able to get through and chase him back into his own end zone.
Yeah, forcing him into his left side, and for maybe, I mean, he's a really good runner, but maybe not as much of a natural quarterback passer, and rolling to your left so hard, trying to throw as far as he is. You know, those guys are running down to the 40, 50-yard line. You're never going to get the ball that far. Someone's on you, trying to turn.
Yeah, that's tough. Brings down 2nd down. The downs really aren't as important as the time. 20 seconds left in the game, 28-21. The Beavers are on top. The Beavers scored with 40 seconds left in the game. Stolle, the only one in the backfield. We got trips to the left, doubles on the near side. Man in motion. Trips to the right. Stolle takes the ball, he's back. Launch, he's got a man open, great catch down the middle. That's a 30-yard pass to Cooper Higgins, number 1.
Timeout to the Badgers there. Just again, now they're in more manageable. You know, they're 55 yards away from the end zone, a little bit more manageable. I think that was their last timeout, if I'm right.
Yeah,
Again,
so.
we can't see their timeouts there. Should have been probably making a tally of it. But if you can maybe get half of this, look for something out of bounds. A couple quick outs, maybe get 2 people, a flood concept to one side. See if you can get 10, maybe 15 yards just in one little shot. They have to play deep anyway, so then that gives it a little bit more manageable for you to huck one down. And again, you have a couple really good athletes,
Yeah.
Abubakari, Moss, Hyatt. Those are guys that can really go up and maybe catch a ball.
12 seconds left in the game, 28-21. We have a lot of great matchups all across the state tonight. You can find all the scores on IdahoSports.com. We have the Friday Night Flash. IdahoSports.com. Just click on the Friday Night Flash. The scores are updated consistently. 12 seconds left, 28-21. I feel like we probably got the best game of the slate here on opening playoff weekend, a Halloween, a creepy weekend here in American Falls.
You got Abubakari and Moss both doubled up on the top side of your screen.
Stolle in the backfield. Stolle takes the snap, throws it, and we're going to go out of bounds with 7.7 seconds left. It's a great catch by number 4, Riston Allred, the junior.
And a great job again. He got that ball at 10 yards, turned, he caught the ball, wasn't looking to go upfield at all. He went straight out of bounds. Great coaching, making sure your kids are lined up in the right spot.
Yeah, that's great emphasis there. The players know time is of the essence. Only ran off 5 seconds off the clock there. 7.7 seconds left in the game, 28-21. Beavers still on top, but the Badgers marching at the 43.
You got to shot for maybe one more of those. If not, this is a Hail Mary last play of the game.
And you got to get out of bounds. No timeouts left. Stolle alone in the backfield. Trips to the left, doubles on the right. Stolle gets the ball. Time is ticking. Stolle launches it. Up and out of bounds. 3 seconds left in the game. And now here comes the Hail Mary play. Bonners Ferry with no timeouts. They can't really draw up any trickery here. Bonners Ferry does have a timeout. Bonners Ferry is going to take a timeout. 28-21, 3 seconds left in the game. What a ball game here tonight. It has been a great game. The fans agree. It has been a great game, 28-21.
Yeah, what a great atmosphere here in American Falls. Great fans, great venue. Everybody's been on their feet for probably 10 minutes now. It's again, a small town Idaho. Love to see it, love to be a part of it. Idaho people supporting Idaho people.
Yeah, it's been great. Do we have some scores, Wyatt?
Yeah, just looking across the state, there was a couple in the 4A. Looks like Buell is going to get a McCall Donley. Looks like Snake River is going to beat Gooding, and if this stays, American Falls beating Bonners Ferry, so the high seeds winning most of the games at the moment.
So again, if the Beavers win tonight, they'll head to Kimberly next week to play a tough Bulldog team. If Bonners Ferry is able to punch this one in, and if they're able to win, they're going to end up playing Fruitland. That's right, the #1 seed in the state. Really, really good Fruitland squad this year. So this will be the last play of the ball game. 28-21, 3 seconds left. Stolly in the backfield. Back to the pass, got extra protection. And he's going to be sacked. He's going to be sacked, and we got penalty flags on the field. This game is not over. The clock has expired, but we're going to get a face mask on the defense, a dead ball. We're going to get another play. This game is not over, a timeless down.
A 15-yard penalty. Again, that's a long ways forward here. That's going to put him in plenty close of a position to really get the ball in the air. And again, you have 30 yards to throw that ball. You got tall, big receivers back there. This is crazy. What a great playoff football game.
So 28-21, the Beavers are on top. No time left on the clock. Zeros on the clock. This is an untimed down. One team will be going to play basketball next week. The other team moving on to the playoffs. Bonners Ferry hoping they can punch one in and keep their season alive. Stolly takes the snap. Back in the backfield, great protection. And he's going to heave one. Caught, but nowhere to go. And that's going to be a ball game. Higgins with the catch, the 20-yard reception. And the Beavers come away with the victory, 28-21. After 21 unanswered points by the Badgers, the Beavers are able to take the victory. What a game.
Yeah, just an amazing job. Tough for the Bonners Ferry. Throws it short of the sticks. You got to throw it into the end zone. You got to throw it into the end zone if you're the team that has got to get that Hail Mary. Got to catch it and score it. Can't throw it short of the sticks, but just a really great job keeping everything in front of them. Such a buckled down defensive outing for the Beavers in the second half. Coming back, game of runs, 13 early by American Falls, 21 straight by the Badgers, and then another 15 right after that from the Beavers to ultimately win 28-21.
Wow. What a game. We are going to take a quick break here, and we're going to come back with our IdahoSports.com player of the game and our game recap. Stay with us, everybody.
Idaho's 529 can be used at any in-state or out-of-state 2- or 4-year college or university. Can be used at a trade school for an apprenticeship.
Whatever it is that your kid is interested in, that's available for them to use the funds.
I really like the flexibility. It gives Wild the opportunity to pursue a whole array of training.
So whatever your child's passion is, you can support that.
To learn more, go to idsaves.org.
Welcome back to American Falls as the Beavers take out the Badgers 28-21. ending their season in what has become an instant classic here. A great fall classic, first round football action as the Beavers somehow hold on and they're able to come away with a 28-21 victory. Wow, Wyatt.
Yeah, definitely didn't seem like a 5-12 matchup, as many said. Again, this was a district champion coming down to play a second-place team. So I think it was always going to be a little bit closer. Bonners Ferry with just really dynamic athletes. Keenan Moss, just an absolute stud, putting a really good game together, scoring and running the ball, playing a little bit of quarterback, playing defense, getting a pick. I mean, just all-around great game for him. A great game by Bonners Ferry, just coming down a long ways to come down, playing as, again, the 12 seed. Just a really good job. But, you know, you got to hand it to the Beavers. We talked about it earlier. They've been in a couple close games and won multiple of them. So that pedigree, that resiliency came back to really benefit them. Just a great job overall.
Yeah, really great coaching on both sides, too. We saw a lot of dynamic plays, kind of a little coaching chess match in there, trying to waste time and use time. Really, really good game. Moss, 99 yards on the game to kind of end out his career, his senior season. And what an epic senior season he was. He's probably a first round or a first team all-state player. On the other side, the Beavers, we're going to talk about the player of the game here, and it's probably no surprise to anyone. It's going to be number 6, Grigg. Today's player of the game is brought to you by the Idaho Office of Highway Safety, reminding you to always keep your head in the game, whether you're on the field or on the road, be in the moment and free from distractions. Our player of the game is Grigg, 132 yards on the ground, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception, ran back for a touchdown. He was truly all over the place. Threw for a touchdown, had about 30 yards in the air. Just an absolute menace on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, just a really great job allowing himself to make a difference on both sides of the ball. A really gritty, tough team. A really great job. Offensive line really doing a better job in the second half, getting holes open for him. Congratulations.
Coverage on IdahoSports.com is presented by Project Filter, Valley-Wide Cooperative, Next Steps Idaho Ideal, Idaho's College Savings Program, Your Health Idaho, and the Office of Highway Safety. Special thanks to everybody here at American Falls for their hospitality and help getting this game broadcast to you. Congratulations again to our IdahoSports.com player of the game, presented by the Office of Highway Safety, and that is Grigg. Thanks again for joining us as the American Falls Beavers defeat the Bonneville Badgers Bonners Ferry Badgers 28-27. What a great game tonight. For my broadcast partner, Wyatt Helm, and everyone else behind the scenes here at IdahoSports.com, good night, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.
It's that time again. Time to get